Fridays are on your official home for Miami Dolphins football. Will Altoff and Luis Diaz are talking Fins.
It's like epic music for an epic game happening on Sunday.
We got different definitions of epic, my guy.
Playing for their playoff lives on Sunday. Well, I got a cough. I don't know what was going on there, but I was phlegmy.
Yeah, hey, that's been my life. That's been my life. You would think winter break, they're away from the kids, are away from the germs. I feel bad. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
You ready for the kids to go back to school and daycare and stuff?
Brother, oh my God. I used to complain about how much all that stuff costs. Now it is, I'll pay double. I will pay double. I don't want my kids.
2 weeks. And then I saw on the school calendar, because the school parents are getting ready, the homeroom parents or whatever they call them.
Oh, the room moms. That's my wife.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. So they're sending out the calendar. Hey, everybody, Happy New Year. Get ready. School's coming back next week. A reminder, next Friday, they're off again. What are you talking about? They're off again next Friday. They were just off for 2 weeks.
That's no, my kid's going to school. If
Right?
no one's there. No one's there. My kid's going to school.
I'm fascinated by the fact that they're like, nah, we're going to take another day off.
Do you understand this show? I live in Kendall. The station is in Pembroke Pines.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was in Tampa. What I would give for a 4-hour drive home right now. Orlando, we're broadcasting Fox Sports. Can't we do the show from Orlando?
We should do it remotely one time. From Orlando.
From Orlando.
That would be fun.
Well, guess what? After this week, we won't have a show.
Hey, maybe. We don't know what's happening yet.
Bro, man, if we're going to start Dolphins right now, Tua's saying, oh, if there's a playoff, I'm playing. Well, why didn't you play last week or this week, big dog?
Man.
It's not up to you. Or is it?
The fact that he's going out there and saying that, I was talking to somebody before the show, and they say that's putting a lot of pressure on the training staff. That's putting them on blast. That basically, I better be ready to go next week or it's going to be on you.
Well, he told Calais Campbell last week that he was playing.
You can't. And he didn't. Right. Oh, yes. He didn't. And Calais came out and he said after the game, they didn't know until pregame.
Yeah.
That was happening, that Tyler was out there, and Calais was like, oh, okay. I guess this is how we're going.
I read, I think Joe Shad from one of the newspapers down here.
Palm Beach Post.
Palm Beach Post. That's the one. Oh, man, Palm Beach? They get media credentials?
Yeah.
Nah, man. Give them Jacksonville. That's far enough north. Give them that's far enough north. So he came out and was like, I get the distrust in him, because he reminded me of the Flow era.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that Ravens game that Tua didn't start? It was a Thursday night game. Tua didn't start because of his hand, but he was active. And
gamesmanship.
Whoever was starting, I can't remember what backup. Was it Jacoby? Yeah, because Teddy was with McDaniel, right?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Let's call it Jacoby Brissett because it doesn't matter.
Right.
Jacoby Brissett, whoever it was that started that game, ended up getting injured. Tua came in, won us that game.
Oh, right. Yes.
That was the Rob Hunt. That was the Rob Hunt touchdown. That wasn't a touchdown. Ever since that week of the medical team keeping him on the bench, he's probably super jaded against this medical team. They put him on the IR when he didn't want to go on.
Right.
They're now telling him he can't play. Look, man, I'm mad at him for not playing. But if it's not on him and he's like being forced out, like I can't get too mad. I'm still mad, but I don't know.
Look, now the school is calling me, I guess, to tell me that their kids are off next Friday.
No, bro, that's not a school. That's a telemarketer.
No, that's the number for the Broward County School District.
877?
I just know it's 0601. I never answer it. I send it to voicemail.
Pick it up. Let's see what they got to say.
2-minute voicemail on the end.
Is it your specific school? Because I don't want to put that out there.
No. It's just it's the district. Anyway, I get distracted by that. We're talking about Tua and the medical staff. And listen, I should mention, that's Luis Diaz on Will Altoff Football Fridays. Welcome.
No, I'm Will Altoff today.
Okay, cool. I like that. I'm Luis Diaz. You can hear it in my accent.
Si, senor. Are we doing Walter Dolphins already?
Yes, throwing on now. If he was up to Tua, he would have played the day after his concussion. I definitely think that Tua would have played 2 weeks ago. He would have played last week. He did play 2 weeks ago. He would have played last week. He would have played this week if he could. Like, if it's up to him, he is absolutely playing.
Fredo online says the Dolphins should draft Quinn Ewers as a backup.
Ooh.
Is he even going to be available?
I don't know.
Like
I imagine mid-pack he might be available.
Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, they're gone in the
Right.
top 5.
Travis
And-
Hunter's going in the top 5 probably.
And here's my thing, though, is like, because let me put the drafting of a quarterback conversation to the side right now.
Yeah.
So I can finish this thought. Is Tua missing 6 games this year
Mhm.
makes me very sour on the fact that we paid him. And if you're watching on Instagram, if you're listening on the radio, if you've listened to the show for 2 seconds before this week, you know how much of a Tua fan I am. I'm constantly defending him. Every platform I have, I'm constantly defending him. You miss 6 games, that's undefendable. That's indefensible. Whatever the word is, I can't do it. But if it's not on him, then after the season, I'm going to need hopefully the recently unemployed Chris Greer or the recently unemployed Mike McDaniel to explain what's going on. Because it's if he's coming out here and undermining everybody, saying, which by the way, he's had no problem undermining McDaniel this year. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
We need practice.
He talked about Tyreek. Hey, we need those reps.
I would play if I could.
Yeah.
He has no problem undermining anyone, which I love.
He got the bag. What does he care?
And it's guaranteed.
Right. He doesn't care.
It's not Predator and Cleveland guaranteed, but he's got some money guaranteed.
Still getting a bag.
100%. Yeah, I think you got to fit in 3 bags. That's a lot of
At
money.
least.
I need someone to explain why he's missing all these games, because it's ruining the fans' perception of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's catching wind of that. And it's like, not guys, it's not on me, my guy. It's not my fault.
He's definitely going out there and being honest and saying, look, I want to play.
Yeah. And I can
I don't
play.
know what to tell you. I'm ready.
I'll put myself out there.
Yeah.
McDaniel's saying, oh no, it's injury. Doctors can't clear him. He's saying, I want to be out there. Put me in that risk. I want to play, which is nice. It's respectable. Or is it whenever my wife can't do something involving my parents, she can say, oh man, I want to go, but Lewis, go tell your parents why we can't do it. Is it
right?
Is he just passing the buck? He's like,
Yeah.
I can say whatever I want. I'm not going to play. I don't want to play, but I can
Yeah.
say I want
I
to.
can
Like,
say, yeah, right. And then it's on them to figure it out.
and so that brings up the question. If it's him, if he cannot play, yeah, man, I've been thinking about who we're going to draft at quarterback in the first round since last week, since Tyler Huntley started the game.
Offensive line.
But we won't. But that's the thing, is that we won't.
Right. It's true.
Why would we do the right thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Just the hope. It's the hope.
I'm
hopium for this weekend.
Who was that dude? Someone from Sports Illustrated was like, hey, these are the coaches that are on the carousel that are probably going to get fired. These 2 coaches aren't on the hot seat right now from what I hear, but the rumors I hear are Indianapolis and Miami.
Okay.
Their GMs could be gone. I'm forgetting the name right now, but he's the one that writes for Sports Illustrated. You're not going to get it. There's no way you get it.
Is it Poupar?
No.
Alan Poupar?
No. Like sports, like the real one,
like,
not the
I gotcha.
JV Sports Illustrated.
Wow.
I'm talking about real Sports
I gotcha.
Illustrated. I'm not talking about the MySpace version of Sports Illustrated where Alan
isn't
Poupar
that
thinks
all
he's.
under the? It's all under the Sports Illustrated umbrella or something, right?
Hey, brother, we're under the iHeart
That's
fog. Are we calling Coward?
I should mention that Chris Perkins from the Sun Sentinel,
That's a real outlet.
he will be on at 3:30.
It's a real
to
outlet.
discuss what's going on. We heard Coach today say that they're preparing for life without Tua this Sunday. That's why Lewis is so fired up. Next segment, we'll hear from Tyler Huntley and Jonnu Smith. They spoke this week about what's coming up this weekend. We heard from the Jets as well. We will hear that sound a little later on. Just as an aside, Lewis, I have a text message from that same number. I have a voicemail from that number.
The school.
I also have a text message from another number, all reminding me that next Friday is an in-service day, that my kids will not be in school.
No,
This is too much communication.
an in service. No, I need you to be in service.
That's what they're called.
I need you in service. I need you to watch my kid. Does that mean
Employee planning day. Excuse me. It's an employee planning day.
they've had 2 weeks to plan?
Yes.
They've had 2 weeks to plan.
2 weeks. What have you been doing? I've been working the past 2 weeks.
My dad is a teacher, and so his whole thing was like to ease kids in and to ease teachers in specifically.
Yeah.
That first Monday back from either summer or winter or spring break,
Yeah.
make that an early release, and then kick the week off Tuesday. But that's not what this is. This is we're in school full time,
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah.
Let's take another day
Another
off.
day. We need another day off.
And
You know
then-
what I need to plan? Yeah, for something.
But isn't there Martin Luther King or President's Day?
That's
Coming
probably
up?
coming up too. I think it might be in February.
No, there's a day. I think President's Day is on
Is it in January?
January
Yeah,
like 11th.
Yeah, probably another day.
I don't know. Hey, you know what else I'm getting tired of? You know what else I'm getting tired of?
What?
I'm tired of hearing this whole, they were McDaniel loves talking about it. We were 2-6 and now we're 6-2. Like, that's pretty cool. You know what?
They should be
Flo-
better than that.
Flo got fired after going 1-7
Yeah,
and following that with 8-1.
right.
So I don't want to hear 2-6, 6. My guy Flo, who had 5 different play callers in 3 years, people forget that. 5 different play callers. 1 his first year, 1 his second year, 3 his third year. Went 1-7, then 8-1. Got fired. I don't need to hear the 2-6, 6-2. I don't need to hear that.
That's
I
the
don't.
out card.
I don't. Need
That's
to
their
hear
get out of jail free card. Hey, if he was healthy, we win those games. We're totally in the playoffs.
That's like-
playing for the division.
It was like, oh my God, it may have been, it could have been 10 years ago from now, but like now that since it was after high school, it's all one big year. Do you remember that year that the Heat were awful in the first half and then finished the second half super hot to
Yeah.
end up 500? And they're like, oh, Spo's got to be coach of the year.
Yeah,
And it's like, are we forgetting the awful first? Like that counts,
that counts.
also.
Definitely counts. I know not a lot of people watch those
Early games.
season
Yeah.
games, but they still do count.
And so now MLK Day is in January, President's Day is in February. But yeah, we got Martin Luther
There it
King
is,
Day
yeah.
in January. So that's another day that the
Yes,
kids are
that's
gonna
what
be
I'm
off.
saying, man. More days. What? Stop.
Thanks, Josh, for the reminder. No, I love the 6-2. Fine. Hey, why couldn't you be 6-2 in the first 8 games and we'd be sitting at 12-4?
That's what I'm saying. And that's how they're gonna play this.
And that's the route. You're absolutely right.
Yes, that's how they're gonna play this.
That's how Chris Greer keeps his job, how Mike McDaniel keeps his job. And you know why I'm the most mad today? I could have been happy. I'm not even mad at the fact that I've dealt with my 3 kids all day. Like, that's not my job. That's why I pay the schools.
I feel like it's been a year.
I'm not mad at that. It's been all year. Nice. I love that joke. You know why I'm the most mad? Vrabel interviewed with the Jets today. That's why I'm the most mad.
We need that guy. He'd be great.
I need him. I need a quarterback that I need either a quarterback that's going to play 17 games or a medical staff that's going to let him play 17 games. I don't know who. Someone's got to change.
Somebody's got to figure this out. All right, that's Luis Diaz. I'm Will Altoff on the other side. We're going to hear from QB Tyler Huntley. He's going to end up starting this weekend, most likely, against the Jets at MetLife Stadium. We're also going to hear from Jonnu Smith. He is not happy about the Pro Bowl selections, or I should say lack thereof for the Dolphins. We'll hear that sound on the other side. This is Football Fridays.
From the Anachar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
Yeah, Jonnu got robbed. Jonnu got robbed. Fucking Brewer got robbed. Our center. Who else got robbed? Jordan Brooks got robbed. Yeah, a lot of people. QB is not our main problem. Chris, QB is not the problem. When QB1's in the game, that's not the problem. It's that he's not in the game. Like that's the hardest thing to explain, because the Tua haters are like celebrating, like, oh, told you can't. They're the dumb ones. They're dumb because they think he's bad at quarterback. His problem is not playing quarterback. When he plays quarterback, I call him top 8. Top 5 when he's on it, top 8 when he's having a regular day. The problem is that he doesn't play all the time. I think I gotta button this one up. I'm showing a little too much skin. I'm showing a little too much skin, and all that sexy fire is making me hot and fired up. Too much skin. We're in commercial break right now. Commercial breaks are where I can curse. I can say whatever the fuck I want because the Dolphins aren't listening right now. So I can say whatever the shit I want. Oh, look. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. I think. I don't know. I'm waiting. I don't know how to fix this shit. Nina. Oh yeah. When we're in commercial, you can talk to. We don't have to talk football in commercial. You tell me what you want to talk about. We got another 90 seconds of it's just us. Will's not even here. Will's not even here. Vrabel interviewing early is a good thing. He's not going to the Jets. I can read this, Damien. I can. Josh, back to you. Yeah, because they make worse decisions than the Dolphins, I guess. So like the Vrabel's a good choice, and because it's the right choice, we can be rest assured he's not going to the Jets. They're fucked. They're fucked. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel for the Jets. Like, yeah, Rodgers doesn't want to be there, but you kind of want him there next year because you're drafting so early. You're drafting a good. You could draft a young quarterback. You could draft a young quarterback and have him learn under Rodgers the way Love did. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's Tua starting 12 plus games, we easily make the playoffs. But that's the thing is like we say if Tua plays a lot of games, like he's gonna win most of them. And yeah, he's got a winning record. He's got one of the better records, but he's only 6-5 this year. Like this year, he hasn't been. And granted, some of the most. Let's talk about those losses that really weren't on him. The Cardinals game wasn't on him. It's still a loss. The the Bills game that they won off a 61-yard field goal. That I think it was like 2 weeks ago. The guy missed a 20-yarder. That's not on him, but it still counts. It's still a loss, you know. What other fucking loss? There's a couple. He has a couple losses that aren't good. But Opinga, like the Packers game, he played fantastic. He played fantastic in the Packers game. We lost, so it's like 6-5 with Tua. That's not great. That's not great at all. And then the fact that he's not playing all the games makes it worse. I don't know. The Dolphins need to draft a quarterback as a must. I mean, that's the thing. If we're in the middle of the draft, you got Cam Ward gone, you got Sanders gone. Yours might fall to you, but I've only seen the one game, and that was this week. He ended the game hot, but guess what? Tua did. Bearded comedian, you're so gorgeous. Too bad you're straight. Appreciate you. Hell of a name, comedian. That's like if you told jokes on OnlyFans while doing OnlyFans type shit. Not a good year to draft a quarterback. Chris, why? For real, why? I that's my problem is I know Cam Ward because he played for UM. That's the only college team I watch religiously. And so what I heard, I know Quinn Ewers is good. I know Arch Manning is supposed to be good, but he's not coming to the draft. I get that. But Quinn Ewers is supposed to be good. And you know who fucking looks amazing? No. You know who looks amazing? Your fucking guy.
Drew Aller?
I want him.
The man.
Dude, he was.
I'll tell you though, Penn State quarterbacks, man, they got a problem when they come out. Christian Hackenberg, Trace McSorley, like they had a lot of guys who people were like, yeah, maybe, and then they come out and they.
Dude, I like your guy.
He'd be great.
Dude, the way I don't want to say. I didn't want to say it when I was watching because I thought it angrily, and then I realized he's coming into the draft and we might, he's good.
Right.
He runs like Josh Allen.
I get that.
Dude, he lowers his shoulder like a mother. I'm like, he's not big enough. And then it showed him like with the O-lineman. I was like, oh, he is kind of big.
Yeah, he's a bigger dude.
He's big.
Carson too.
Josh says Carson Beck. I don't like Carson Beck. I saw him against Alabama, and he looked like dog shit against Alabama.
Yeah, I
didn't like that. So I don't. Maybe again, that was one game I saw of his, and it was a bad game. I don't know. Other than Sanders and Ward, everyone else sucks. See, that's the thing. Those are the only two I would. Jalen Milroe. Mm-mm. At this point, I'm staying away from Alabama quarterbacks. Jalen Milroe, nah. Trade for McCarthy. You know why we might trade for McCarthy? He has a big fucking injury. Chris Grier comes when it comes to big injuries. Loves big injuries. So if we don't fire Chris Grier, we're getting McCarthy. How can they? You think they're gonna have the? You think
attention to the scoreboard? Yeah.
You think they're gonna have it up there the whole game?
Definitely have the score up there.
Oh no, because it's not at home, so the Jets aren't gonna do us like that.
Right, and usually they have all the out-of-town scores somewhere.
It'll come up randomly.
Yeah.
He can learn from one of the most accurate QBs. Who? Jalen Milroe can learn from Tua.
Yeah, man. I imagine. Well, I'll save it.
No, let's not waste it for.
Yeah, man. We're gonna be talking in 20 seconds anyway.
Ooh, I'm gonna put Jonnu Smith's audio on.
Come to those who wait. So we'll be patient. We'll do what we need to do, and let the cards fall where they may.
With that said, knowing that you can only control what you can control, Kansas City and Denver play at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you look at the scoreboard at all when you're on the sidelines?
Just gotta play. Just gotta play. No, what are you gonna worry about the score for? You know what I mean? Obviously, we're human. It'll be tempting. You know what I mean? But we gotta
1 minute.
to focus on us, and that's the mentality we all have. We know, and we're excited for this moment through everything that we've been through. I think the whole NFL world can say I didn't think the Dolphins would be here. You know what I mean? So it's been a long road. It hasn't gone the way that we expected it to. But we fought. We were resilient. We looked. All of the doubt that was in our faces, towards the beginning and the middle of the season, all the adversity that we faced, and we took it head on. And now I'm thankful that in Week 18 we're giving ourselves an opportunity to compete in the big dance.
Did you think you were going to make the Pro Bowl?
I thought I did. I thought I did. It's my first time, ever being, recognized for, a respectable honor. You know what I mean? And congratulations to all the guys that made it. It was deserving. I guess that's just how these deals work, man.
How surprising is it that no Dolphins made the team?
Listen, that was kind of a slap in the face. I felt a lot of guys, a few guys were deserving for sure. And, at the end of the day, we play this game to win championships. And, Pro Bowls, that's extra that comes with it. So at the end of the day, we'll laugh about it for a few minutes or so, but, we got work to do this weekend.
So there's Jonnu Smith, the tight end, not happy that he didn't make the Pro Bowl and really just upset that his team doesn't have any representation, which I understand. I mean, Calais Campbell has played fantastic. Zach Sealer has played very well this year.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, let's look at, let's take out Jordan Brooks and Aaron Brewer, because those are guys that haven't had the national recognition yet.
Yeah.
And so they need to ball out and I think Jordan Brooks did, but I get why they weren't. So let's look at the big names that usually get grandfathered in, like Jalen Ramsey last year got voted in.
Yes.
When he didn't really need it. I remember 2 years ago, Xavier Howard got in. He even admitted it wasn't his best season, didn't really deserve it. Calais Campbell.
Yeah, man.
Should have been
38, just dominating.
An unbelievable shoo-in. Should have been. Zach Sealer should have been a shoo-in.
So weird.
It's so, but to me, the most deserving guys were either Jonnu, Achane, Brooks, or Brewer. And none of them, you take away Campbell. Jalen Ramsey didn't get in. And granted, he hasn't been having his best game, his best season. But it's only when he plays against rookies. He gets cooked against rookies.
That's not a good thing.
It's crazy. Everyone else, he locks down. But if it's a rookie, get your celebration dance ready.
Yeah, what are you going to do? But this weekend, man, they're going to see, this is the thing for this weekend. They're going to play against a Jets team that they're not playing a bunch of guys.
Sauce is out.
Right. And I think that the Chiefs are going to be playing a lot of backups, but OJ said it last night. They're going to have to take those guys out at some point too, because they're going to need them rested just in case their starters get hurt. So Denver is starting a game playing against backups and more than likely at some point going to be playing against third stringers.
I hate that.
So
yeah, Andy Reid said Carson Wentz is going to start, but we're going to go to our other guys. I trust Carson Wentz to beat the Broncos. I don't know who their third guy is.
Right.
Dude.
So that's the thing that
that
really
pisses me
sucks
off.
is that if the Dolphins are able to win, it may not even matter.
It doesn't matter. It won't. It won't, man, because we saw what a bad quarterback can do last week with the Browns. DTR, so bad.
So bad.
He's really bad.
It was not good.
I've never seen 3 intentional grounding calls in one game.
It was not good.
Not to mention missing when he was actually aiming at his guys. He was a bad quarterback.
It was not good.
Ruined everything.
It was a lot of bad football last week.
Bro. And so now I'm thinking about that with the Chiefs. The one thing the Chiefs have is whatever Santeria they did before the season. That they've got. They did their Santeria. They somehow win these games that they're not supposed to. Maybe they pull it out. Because there is a point where you only got 53 dudes on the roster. You can put Mahomes on the inactive. He's not even going to dress.
No way. Kelsey, not going to see
third
him.
Quarterback in case of injury.
Right.
Kelsey's on the inactive.
Worthy, you're not going to see him.
That's it. You only get 7 inactives.
Yeah.
You got 22 starters.
Right. They're just not going to play. You're just going to see a bunch of guys out there, and I don't know.
But some starters have to play.
Listen,
There's a finite amount of people.
You're going to get some offensive line starters.
That's it.
And the defensive line guys, a couple of guys. But they want to protect Carson and whoever else goes in there. But by the end of the game, man, it's going to be a bunch of nobodies.
Hey, what's up with Sauce Gardner missing the second Dolphins game? He missed the first one. He missed it. Is he scared?
I don't know what his deal is.
He's a little scared of Tyreek, huh?
Probably. He should be. He doesn't want to get burned and look bad.
I think he's scared of Tyreek. He's ducked him now. This is the second game.
He should be playing because, as we've seen, Tyler Huntley doesn't have the same arm that Tua does. He makes some plays, but, obviously. Tyreek played all right last week, though.
Dude.
Played really well.
Man.
It's been a long time since he's played that well.
I'm gonna say this. I saw the passing chart for Tyler Huntley. Didn't play amazing. He didn't have nearly as many screens and backwards passes as Tua does. All of Tyler Huntley's passing chart,
Forward
80% beyond the line of scrimmage, which was new to me. He hit Tyreek Hill. I tweeted it last week during the game. I'm like, hold on, if this is the quarterback that actually throws to the number one player, we might have found a guy.
Yeah. So
someone tweeted, what if this is our Nick Foles? You got to get to the playoffs.
Imagine?
You got to get to the playoffs to experience the full Nick Foles thing. But dude, Nick
Foles was a long-time starter when he filled in there. Right? He was a long-time starter with the Eagles, and I think he was with the Rams.
because he was with the Eagles, left and came back.
Yeah,
that's right.
And he came back and was backing up Wentz.
Hey man, Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley's a long-time bench warmer. Nobody sat on as many benches as Tyler Huntley. Dude, he's a Pro Bowler. The only person that's sat on more benches than Tyler Huntley is maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see this weekend. I think
I want to hear from Jets fans. I want to hear from them and explain to me what they think, because I've heard so many of them say it's over, Rodgers is out, Adams is out, Gardner's not even playing.
How tough are they going to play this weekend?
Dude, my favorite thing was T. Higgins. Did you see the Sauce Gardner T. Higgins interaction?
Sauce is saying he did not.
I will not tell him to play here.
Right? Oh, that was fantastic. I don't know. I think that, like we've been saying, I think that the Dolphins could definitely win this game, but in the end, they don't control their own fate.
We could win this game.
Up to whatever happens in Denver.
We could win this game.
Yeah.
We should
win this game.
I texted my guy in the locker room in the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
That's as specific as I can get. He says I could go in there at quarterback and win against this Jets team. I responded with, Tua needed a superhero overtime performance. He's like, bro, they've quit. I was like, okay.
It seems
you're in the locker room. You probably talk I get it. You probably talk. I understand.
4-12.
He's also seen me play quarterback. I'm pretty good.
I believe it.
I've never lost a flag football tournament.
Yeah.
That's an honest stat. When I'm quarterback, I've never lost a flag football tournament.
How far is your deep pass?
Oh, dog, I get a full 30 yards. Brother, I think I threw one once 32 yards, and I was like, CFL, sign me up.
I will say, did you go to the Super Bowl experience when it was here a few years ago?
No.
Oh, man, I got out there. It was a lot of fun, throwing footballs through tires and
Did you do the 40-yard dash?
I don't think I did. I'm not that stupid. I know that I am not fast.
Fredo on Instagram Live says, he's talking about, we're still talking about the backup quarterback on IG Live.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel from Oregon.
What's it been, 7 years he's been in college?
But that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels, the guys who spend a long time in college, are the ones that play better immediately in the NFL. Dylan Gabriel's been there. He's already a lefty.
Then we got to get the tight end from the U. He's been there for 9 years.
Oh, him and McCormick, dude.
That guy's got to be ready if he's been there for 9 years.
Hold on. If he doesn't at least go to the CFL, everything's a lie.
So Blutarski.
But
I mean, I understand there's injury waivers and red shirts and all kinds of stuff going on.
The 2020,
year.
yeah.
But 9 years, man. The guy's 27 at least playing against college kids. If he's in his 9th year, right.
He's a grown man.
It's amazing.
I don't know, but I like Dylan. I like the idea of Dylan Gabriel. I don't like it because he got more Heisman votes than Cam Ward.
Mm.
Didn't deserve him.
Yeah.
But he's already
He was on the number 1 team in the nation.
he's already a
anymore.
lefty. He's already a lefty.
There you go.
And we
We're
don't have
already
to
built for the
Dude,
left.
We're ready. All our receivers are used to that spin. Dude, I'm just thinking. I think out loud and I think the right thing sometimes.
We'll see what happened in the locker room today. Chris Perkins from the Sun Sentinel is going to join us on the other side. He was there, I imagine, for the Tua. I don't know what do you even call it. Just
The Tua speaking.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he was too honest. His big honesty session, basically.
If this was ESPN, the thing would say Tua honest.
Yeah.
Like Tua on dude.
I like that. How did I miss that?
That's what I thought you were doing.
No, I wasn't.
Tua much honesty. I
Tua
don't know.
much. Yes, I like. Is this guy Tua honest? We'll find out on the other side. Football Fridays.
We're getting our first cold front of this year. Tonight we are going to have a low of 54.
Oh my God, that just went straight to the weather. There's no like
Yeah,
bumper.
no sounder there. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I heard that yesterday too. Must not have sold it. I mean, that's it. There was
Hey, man. We know all about not selling. If you're watching on that, because our show hasn't been sold, so that's what
that's what he's
was.
saying.
The salespeople don't like our show enough to sell it, and if they're watching, that's you.
There should be some sort of sounder, but it wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
Ay, 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 ay.
Dylan gave it's true what Jonnu Smith said, but us fans will be watching the scores. Oh, bro. So my plan.
Dude, they got to be looking at it.
I mean, I don't know. Is what's the thought that I'm trying to get out, but I keep stopping myself. I know there's a rule that you can't have cell phones on the sidelines,
Right.
but is that for
I was
everyone?
going to say trainers, coaches. And listen, there's no way that the Jets, if the Broncos are winning,
They're not going
they're
to
going
blast
to show
it.
the highlights.
100%.
100%.
Bo Nix has a 2-touchdown first
They're gonna
half.
show it all.
They're gonna hey everyone, look at the screen at the Broncos kicking ass. That's what it's gonna do. I don't know. Oh, my mom is listening. She's texting Jeff. Hi, the sales.
Jeff, hi.
Yeah, man. He's not selling either though. So what do you want from me? Unless he's on here, and then he is selling. I'm not gonna lie. I that's the thing. All right, let's say you're a Dolphins player.
Okay.
You're in the locker room at halftime, and the Broncos are losing at their halftime. Do you want to know? Do you not want to? Or even worse, the Broncos are destroying the third string Chiefs.
I think
Do you want to know?
it is human nature just to be curious. 100%. I can't imagine there's any way that they're for those 4 hours not trying to find out what the score is and if they have a chance.
Yeah. You know,
Tyreek is going to be out there. He's going to have it put it on a watch.
oh yeah.
Like, that guy is like, come on, let's go.
He's gonna have
I'm ready.
his Apple Watch on and be
exactly.
like, dude. Oh man. I realized my problem with Greer.
Okay.
He has no problem finding talent.
Right.
He hits
Yeah.
as much as any GM.
Yeah.
Misses as much, he hits as much. It's the retention.
Yeah.
That was the epiphany I had speaking to someone like 2 nights ago. No, it was last week at the club.
You got Perk.
Do we have Perk?
Yeah, he gets the talent, but they don't retain
But
it. They
Rob Hunt, Chris Wilkins, Van Ginkel.
All these
Sealer he re-signed, but like, and that's the thing. I was explaining to someone like, yeah,
you got Perk. Cool, thanks.
Brewer, Brooks, Jonnu,
Right.
like and Campbell. Those are all great signings. Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
But like,
Right, you got to keep these guys.
that's never been his issue.
And we're back on Football Fridays. We'll all talk with Luis Diaz. Thank you, Carlos. So we've been discussing, obviously, Sunday, Jets, Dolphins at MetLife Stadium. And Dolphins need to win, but they need the Broncos to lose if they hope to make the playoffs this season. So today in the locker room, we heard from quarterback Tua Tagovailoa saying that he intends to play next week if they do make the playoffs. Joining us now from the Sun Sentinel, it is Chris Perkins. Perk, I imagine you were in the locker room when Tua said that. What was the feeling when he said that? Is he being a little too honest?
You know what? I'll tell you all this. Today was like the most upbeat, loose Tua maybe that I have ever seen.
Wow.
And after the cameras were off, after all the interviews were done, it was, me and a few others were in there. Some other guys had gone up to write, to file their stories immediately. So me and Hal Habib of the Palm Beach Post were there, Isaiah Smalls of the Miami Herald. But really, it was Tua was talking to Hal, and Tua loves Hal, and so he's Hal. You got to tell me everybody who's talking crap about me. I'm putting that up to Hal, and he's laughing and he's joking around.
Did
and
you hide,
he,
Perk?
Tua is. What's that?
Did you hide?
I know. You know what? I do appreciate Al for not selling me out. and actually, I've been pretty good to Tua the last. I was hard on him that first year. But anyway, I digress. But Tua, the move when he said that, it was a little surprising. I'm surprised that he said that he's definitely going to play next week because. I just, from talking to McDaniel and from the other stuff that Tua had kind of led us to believe, I guess, just by missing games, I thought this was definitely 4 to 6 week, sitting up. And then McDaniel said it's muscular. He said it's not going to require surgery. And I just, when they were talking about it requires a lot of rest, I would have thought, 3 weeks it would require longer than that, but apparently not. But it was, Tua he was revealing, but he was in a really good mood, and he's been in a good mood the last few days, actually.
I don't know, man. Like I'm glad he is. I don't think anyone is around. I don't think anyone in Dolphins Twitter is. You're on it. I don't think anyone in the fandom is in a good mood about it. It's annoying because he's so good on the field. Like all the Tua haters that want to bash his on-field performance, ever since he got with McDaniel, you see he's got it in him to be great, but he just can't stay on the field. When you're in the locker room, I know no one's going to outright, at least on the record, say, not voice their displeasure with his availability. Are you getting, though, maybe anonymously, like some people, like, especially I remember a couple of years with Flo was on the defensive side, people that were kind of bashing him. What are you getting from the locker room? Is he still the unanimous leader of this team, or are people kind of getting annoyed like the fans are?
No. The players are still with him. I talked to the players, off the record, mostly about, McDaniel. And they still support McDaniel. I did a story on that a few weeks ago, and I'll talk to him periodically. They still support McDaniel, but they like Tua. They really do like Tua, and they feel frustrated for Tua. I haven't gotten the vibe that anybody thinks that Tua is not pushing through injury or that Tua is brittle or frail. Even though he I think the fans think differently, and his track record kind of says differently. But everything I've gotten from players, even off the record, is they're just frustrated for Tua, and they wish that he could, fulfill his potential, health-wise, not even, because they saw what he did last year. my thing with Tua and McDaniel, as I've written, many times this year, the last couple of years, is you have to realize that they're good, but they're not great. They're not elite, neither of them, and they never will be. But you can win a Super Bowl with them, but you've got to build your team around them like Philly has done, like San Francisco has done, like Detroit has done, where you have defense, you have run game, you have some edge rushers. The Dolphins have been, and I hope they don't continue to be, so pass Tua centric. They had to change the offense this year, but hopefully they don't go back to that pass offense next year. They need to build a more complete team.
Mm-hmm.
Perk, do you think that they're going to, see the Jets put up much of a fight on Sunday, or do you think that most of the starters, I know that Aaron Rodgers is probably going to play for a little bit, but I mean, do you think he gets his 500th touchdown and says, you know what, I'm good. Where's Tyrod Taylor? I'm going to sit the rest of this game since they're so far out of it.
Yeah. What's interesting is I think that a couple of things could be true. We could see Aaron Rodgers just get his 500 touchdown pass and then check it in.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, let's say that it's Patrick Paul and Jackson Carman at left tackle and right tackle. Well, Will McDonald and Hassan Reddick, they could wreck the game by themselves, going at Snoop Huntley. So I don't think yes, you're right. You're right that Aaron Rodgers could just get his and check out. But other things could still happen because of the Dolphins' deficiencies. And look, remember, guys, when they were down here, the Dolphins needed overtime to beat them. Aaron went to Garrett Wilson, who was being shadowed by Jalen Ramsey. He was over 100. Devontae Adams was over 100. So if Aaron decides to get busy, it's still possible. And the Dolphins won't have Kendall Fuller, obviously, because he's been IR'd. If he decides he wants to do something, he can. Even if he doesn't, the Dolphins are vulnerable. I do think the Dolphins will win, but they have to watch out for their vulnerabilities.
Oh, geez, sorry, man. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm like reading. I'm like,
Lewis is locked in,
brother. I'm sorry about that. No, so I wanted to ask you about not just the Jets, not just the Broncos. I want to talk about the future of this team as a whole. I know you're in the locker room. I don't know how many front office sources you have, but I've been seeing a lot. McDaniel's safe. You tell me that the players like him, so I would assume he's safe. But I'm reading some tea leaves, and it might not just be the fans that are talking about Chris Grier. What have you heard? Is he 100% safe? Because to me, if I know the Dolphins, it's let's just run it back. Tua was injured. They're going to use the out that Will's been saying. They have the out of Tua was injured, but we ended up 6-2 or 7-2. What are the tea leaves saying? Is there any change that you could foresee this offseason?
Nope, no change. No change. That's why I've been hearing that Grier was coming back, that Grier is safe. And look, you have to look at it like this also. Chris Grier works very well with Mike McDaniel, right? And whatever Mike McDaniel wants, he can get through Chris Grier. So if Mike McDaniel hears that Chris Grier is going to get fired, the same Mike McDaniel who threw an adult temper tantrum when he heard Calais Campbell might be shipped off to Baltimore will show up in Steve Ross's office and he will throw an adult temper tantrum and say, I want Chris Grier here. Because to me, the last thing Mike McDaniel wants is to go into the GM office and say, I want a speedy receiver, and the GM to say, no, we're getting you a guard and a defensive tackle. Mike McDaniel does not want that. That's what the Dolphins need.
Yeah.
And that's what I wish Chris Grier would say. But if you're Mike McDaniel and your boss rubber stamps everything, you don't want a new boss. You're going to fight for that same boss.
Yeah. You got the boss that gives you all the PTO you want. You're not going to.
The devil you know.
Yeah.
That's right.
Perk, let me ask you. I know that the players say that they're going to try their best to not pay attention to the Broncos game that's going on at the same time. But do you think the Jets are going to be trying to play around with the Dolphins? If they see that Bo Nix is throwing touchdowns, they're going to flash it up on the big screen so everybody can see it?
Heck yeah, wouldn't you? You hate the Dolphins. You want the Dolphins to check out. I mean, yeah, heck yeah. You will make sure that they know that score. If you see that Kansas City is ahead and Kansas City is doing good things, you're gonna show that I'm sorry, Denver. You're gonna show that, and you're gonna make sure that the Dolphins know it's over. It's done. Like Denver's about to win this thing. You're done. You might as well quit and give up. It's over. Yeah, definitely. I would do that. 100%.
Perk, again, I know McDaniel would be mad at us talking about the offseason, but I'm sorry. I'm checked out of this season. I really am. I don't.
I've asked some questions about the offseason. Please. I asked him about backup quarterback. So, yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, we know what we need. We need to beef up the offensive line. We need some good interior guard play. We need some depth in the tackles. That's what we need. I don't want to ask you what Chris Greer would get because I know what you said. I'm going to tell myself and live in my fantasy world, but he's going to be unemployed. And that's fine. And that's what I'm living in. What you get the first round pick. Let's say we end up 9-8. We're picking in that same range that we did last year around, let's say 15. What are there any players that you're looking at or just positions of need? What are you looking at in that general vicinity in the draft?
Well, I'll say this. First of all, I'll say this. I thought the guard position was where the Dolphins had problems this year when you look at the offensive line. They found a good center, right? Aaron Brewer. You had a good left tackle in Teron. You had a good right tackle in Austin Jackson. You had another good right tackle in Kendall Lamb. And you have a promising left tackle in Patrick Paul. It's the two guard positions that needed work this season. And so, yes, you'll go to work trying to find two guards, but you have to find a nose tackle. You have to find another linebacker because David Long didn't work out, and then Anthony Walker had some injury issues. So Duke Riley, I think, is a free agent. You're probably not going to bring him back. You need two safeties because I'm sure Javon Holland is going to be gone. You don't want Jordan Poyer back.
Please.
So I think those are your top priority. Well, and you need a slot receiver also. So I would say slot receiver. Yeah, I don't know. He's good. I don't know if you're gonna. You need. I would probably get some competition for him. He's a rookie. He's promising, but he's a rookie 6th round pick. I would get some competition for him. So I would say slot receiver, guard, interior defensive line, linebacker, and safety will probably be your top priorities. And you'll probably you always want cornerbacks also because Cam Smith is not working out. But I would say guards are probably going to be 3rd or 4th round if you go draft.
You don't think Calais Campbell, after we drop him and he wins his Super Bowl with the Lions after we drop him, like, you don't think he'll want to come back again, like, just for fun?
You can't drop him. He's done. He's here. You can't drop him after the last game. That's why the Cowboys had to drop Zeke Elliott before this last game. He's with the Dolphins now. He can't go to another team now.
Okay, so running it back. Run it back. Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And that's the thing. We don't know. Calais, he wants to win a Super Bowl, but, he said he'll decide in a few weeks whether he's going to play again. But I don't know if he's going to come back here. You really,
not with Liam
this team might not make playoffs next year.
Not with Liam Eichenberg and Rob Jones. He's not coming back if those guys are starting again.
Those guys are both free agents.
Oh,
so I would think, maybe neither of them are coming back.
God is good.
Yeah, so you're definitely going to need new guards. Probably, definitely.
Chris Perkins from the South.
That makes no
Sun
sense.
Sentinel.
Probably, definitely.
Chris Perkins, Perk, do you think they win? Do you think they make the playoffs on Sunday?
I think they win, but I don't think they make the playoffs. I think Denver's going to win. And I'm not saying that Denver is going to kill them. I think Carson Wentz can do some damage there for Kansas City as their backup quarterback with Mahomes sitting. But, boy, I just, Denver plays defense also, and that's one thing that I like about them more than Bo Nix. So I think that Denver's going to win. The Dolphins end up 9-8. They run it back. I don't think Teron Armstead comes back next year. No Calais Campbell next year. I'm trying to think of big positions. You'll need the 2 guards, but they'll be free agents. You'll need a slot receiver. But yeah, it's the frame. I think you return the framework of probably an 8 or 9 win team before the draft or before free agency and the draft. That's what I would perceive for the Dolphins. And then maybe you can, through free agency and the draft and coaching them up, maybe you can get to 10 or 11 wins and, maybe you get a home playoff game even. But the future is so-so. It's not, I wouldn't say that it's dark. I would say the future is kind of so-so right now for the Dolphins.
And listen, if they do win Sunday and the Broncos lose, they're going to Buffalo, and nobody needs that.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
Well, there's your reward. You know what? This is so like 2022, right? Where you need to win the finale against the Jets with your backup quarterback so you can go up to Buffalo. Except this time, Tua said he's playing if they play in Buffalo. So
well, at least he says he is. He's a lot of pressure on his coaching staff and his training staff to get him ready for Buffalo. But Chris Perkins from the Sun Sentinel, appreciate it. Enjoy the game Sunday. And as always, thank you for stopping by.
All right, fellas. Hopefully we can do this again before the Dolphins go to New Orleans in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, right. Fingers crossed.
There you go.
Love it, Perk.
Did they reserve a section for the Dolphins?
Right there.
That's it. Positive, baby. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
I guess the Dolphins bought a suite at the Super Bowl to watch
they got a box. Stephen Ross got a box.
How sweet of them.
That is Luis Diaz. I'm Will Altoff on the other side. We'll do a final segment here of the hour. A short segment. We'll talk about some things in the news happening here on Football Fridays.
The Herd, weekdays at noon. Fox Sports 940 Miami.
Why choose Doral Volkswagen for your next vehicle? Let us show you at Doral.
Some lady who never cleaned out her lint thing in her dryer.
What the fuck? Ew. How long?
Let's see if I can find the story.
You need fat boys in front of Tua. Yeah. You need fucking. 100%. You need guys like me. You need to put stout, fat guys. I love the way Perk and now Josh on IG is like Holland is gone. Yeah, you know why he's gone? Because Chris Grier doesn't retain talent. Holland is making literal business decisions like, should I tackle this guy hard? No, I might get hurt, and that's going to cost me money next year. If he had a contract, Holland would be playing fine. I firmly believe that. Dariel, hi. What's up, brother? Thank you for joining. Yeah, man, I
think that's it. I think everybody's thinking the same thing. On Sunday, they're going to win, and the Broncos are going to win, and it's not going to matter.
Oh, you saw how much Perk had thinking of talking about needs? You could tell his brain's been racking.
Ready.
He
even said he talked about the backup quarterback.
He's in off-season mode as well. I'm not the only one.
No. I think that's and in relation to Penn State playing in the Orange Bowl next week against Notre Dame, even if they win, they'll lose the championship game. I would like to be pleasantly surprised. I'm not going to set myself up for disappointment.
Well, you kind of
thing here.
What was their big rivalry game that you said they play well against everyone except for this team?
Ohio State or Michigan. Either one of those teams, they stink.
Please tell me Kansas City is going to beat Denver's ass. I can't tell you because I'm not a liar. I can't.
I
would love to tell you, Carlos.
That's the thing.
That's
I just can't see that happening.
Man, if Andy Reid wasn't such a fucking asshole and just played Carson Wentz the whole game, I'd have more faith. I have faith in Carson Wentz if he plays all 60 minutes beating the Denver Broncos. I have no problem with that. But if he takes Carson out, you know what it is? He's seeing this game the way Mario Cristobal sees bowl games. Cristobal doesn't want to win bowl games. That's what I learned watching the Pop-Tart game. He doesn't coach to win. He coaches to like it's another spring game.
Yeah.
Let me see what these backups got. Let me see what I got next year, which I guess it's a meaningless game. And fine. Okay, I can see it.
Right, because you are limited with practices and everything, that's a way of like, hey, we get one extra practice or one extra, something in pads.
You treat it like a preseason game because it is as for KC, like the bowl game for Cristobal, it's as meaningless as those games.
Right.
So it sucks, but yeah, I get it. I don't like it because that's kind of telling your team, hey, we can take our foot off the gas on this one, which makes me Like I hope they get fucking smoked. I hope they get smoked at home in the first round by who would it be? By Denver. By Denver. Oh my, yeah, it would be Denver, no?
First round.
Yeah, because Denver would be the 7th seed.
Right. And they go to Buffalo.
Oh, I get. Okay, so it would be the winner. Okay, never mind. I don't know who it would be.
Kansas City would catch up with them like in the championship game, I think.
That wouldn't be Denver, no. Because Denver's going to lose to Buffalo.
Right. It's Denver Buffalo.
Did you see?
And then if they were to win that game, they would take on the winner of the Ravens. Who's the other team?
Chargers?
Steelers.
Did you see how cold it's going to be in Buffalo if we make it to the wild card? As cold as KC last year.
We got like 2 minutes here, so this will be a quick one.
Oh, nice.
There we go. We're back on Football Fridays.
We'll all top Luis Diaz. This is airing in 2 places. Well, 3 places.
3?
Yeah. Fox Sports 940 Miami.
Look at that.
Fox Sports Radio Orlando. iHeartRadio app.
Oh, look at you, your company, man.
Yeah. Pick us up around the globe. You're in Guam. Listen to us.
We got a listener on the Philippines on Instagram.
Nice. I don't know what time it is there. Find out what time it is. It's got to be early.
Dude, I don't know. They probably checked out
ahead
already.
of time, right? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning there or something, I imagine.
What time is it in the Philippines? Is it 1 in the... I can't even spell Philippines.
So during the break, we were talking about...
4:57 a.m. Why are they awake?
Woo! What are they getting ready for work early in the morning? That's awesome that they're waking up with us.
Aw, wake up. Dude, we are a morning show.
We're on in the future.
That's true. It's 2025 over there.
Biff, bet on the Cubs. So we were talking about if the Dolphins were to win this weekend and make the playoffs, they go to Buffalo. And you were going to mention to me what the weather is going to be like in Buffalo next week. Should we go there? What's it going to be like?
Oh, it's going to be as cold as KC was last year.
That's not good.
No, we saw it.
Yeah, the coldness, you could see the breath. They all had the warmers and everything. It wasn't good.
It was bad. It's
No,
what it was.
not good.
And then they played awful. And then it's at Tua. Oh, we're gonna go for the narratives, brother. You're not even gonna play. Shut up. Like the problem with narratives is that they exist for a reason. You know, it's kind of like, hey, it's kind of like when you invite a Cuban person over, and you're expecting them to be, but they show up late. There's a reason stereotypes exist. I got cut off by an Asian person driving in today. I'm not saying that every time. Most times I get cut off, it's by a Cuban, but it happened today. I was like, I'm
Will Altoff. That's Luis Diaz. That was a very short segment. We got to take a break here. We'll be back on the other side.
Don't stereotype people is what I'm saying.
I like that.
The home of Florida Gators football.
Sorry.
Fox Sports 940 Miami. WINCAM Miami. WMIB.
Can't drive. We gotta get the fuck out. I didn't say that. Yeah, bro. It's gonna be in the negatives in Buffalo. Did you see that Dick cold front?
No. Oh yes. Yes, I did. It's gonna be like 30 overnight, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I gotta find it. Here, this blizzard that looks like a penis. There's a blizzard that looks like a penis.
That's a large member.
Oh, Kansas City is in that front.
Right in the tip of it.
I still want to slap Tua when he said, "Show me the money." I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that confidence of, "Hey, I just got paid and it was fun." I loved that confident Tua. I don't love that he
confident.
Yeah.
Well, too confident.
Not a fan of him missing all these games. Post confidence. Yeah, let me see.
He was tased.
Who was tased? Oh, the Olympian?
Yeah.
Oh, we're back. Speed.
Deep down the left sideline, he wants Waddle. He's got it. Touchdown, Miami. There's a new cheetah in town.
Football Fridays are on your official home for Miami Dolphins football. Will Altoff and Luis Diaz are talking Fins.
We're back here on Football Fridays. I'm Will Altoff. That's Luis Diaz. It's going to be quite cold in Buffalo in 2 weeks, but
You have it pulled up?
No. You were just mentioning that, but Dolphins, they still got to win that game this Sunday, and they need help from the Jets or the Broncos. What am I saying? They need them to lose the Broncos, that is, if they hope to make the playoffs. So I think it's interesting. And I thought about it last week too. Were they holding Tua out so he could get some more rest in the hopes that Tyler could carry them into the playoffs? We talked earlier about DTR. The Browns stink. So I imagine that the Dolphins went into that game. And listen, this injury with Tua happened during the Texans game. He played the next week against the 49ers because they needed that win.
Which is the most annoying part, though.
Yeah, but then, like I said, they figured it would be a cakewalk last week against the Browns. So they said, all right, well, we'll start Tyler. We'll give Tua some time to heal up, and we'll see what happens this week. And I think they have that same mindset this week in the sense that, listen,
we can win
against this Jets team with Tyler. So let's give Tua some extra rest because Tua wants to play. And at the same time, they're like, listen, in the end, it's not fully up to us because Denver's still got to lose anyway. So let's just go this route. And if we do make the playoffs, at least Tua is, closer to 100% than he is this week.
That's my problem with that thinking. My problem, I love that thinking. It's super optimistic. Love it.
Right.
We needed Tua the last time we played the Jets.
Yes.
And we were at home.
Yeah, that's right. We are going to MetLife.
We're in the enemy's territory.
Yes.
I get that they're checked out. I would love for them to be checked out. But if they're not, we're kind of screwed here.
Yeah.
Because again, we needed Tua to play like an elite quarterback to win in overtime. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine they lose this game and Denver loses?
That would be it. That would be it. That would be the Dolphins. That would be the most Dolphins.
And like the Bengals win or whatever.
Oh, no. It would be all three teams lose.
Yeah, all three teams lose. Right. And Denver just goes.
And Denver still makes it in.
Right.
That would be the most Dolphins.
So Dolphins.
And all that talk of we started 2-6, we ended 6-2. Nah, you ended 6-3, big dog.
Yeah, this extra game.
Look, Tyler looked, man, he looked good last week. I listened to some of the all 22 guys like Wingfield from the Dolphins in the pregame and postgame show. I listened to him say he wasn't as perfect as he thought initially watching the game, because I watched the game too. I thought, man, his guy
numbers were great.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Actually throwing to Tyreek down the field. Who knew we could do that still?
That's a thing.
I thought that was over and done with. He did it, but I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm happy. I'm happy that Sauce is ducking the Dolphins again. I'm happy that they're all checked out. Like, they're interviewing head coaches already. Like, we were playing a team that was still it was 4 weeks ago, or I don't know how long ago. It was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Like
Can you believe it was a month ago?
They may have been mathematically. Oh no, I think we eliminated them that day, didn't we?
They were
done.
It might be the case, but yeah, they were done.
But
still at that point. But they wanted to win. They still
of course.
win.
I don't. But this is the week where it's like so much has been going on. They also got a 40 burger put on them by the Bills.
Yeah, they stink. The Jets are so bad.
The Jets are so bad.
They're so bad this year. And people were picking them to go into the playoffs and compete this year.
I think USA Today expected them to be the Super Bowl champs.
Right? I heard Ulbrich, their interim head coach, talking yesterday, saying that somebody on the team was talking about, oh, if we get to 2-1, everybody's got to watch out. And they got to 2-1. They stink.
How great that they're worse this year
with him.
Right? With they fired the head coach, they got the quarterback, and they were better with the coach they fired and Zach Wilson.
How's Zach Wilson?
They were better with those guys.
100%.
Where was that confidence in Snoop against the Colts? It didn't exist.
It was
Sorry,
still
Josh.
early.
Josh was.
It was still early.
He had half a year to learn the system,
Yeah.
and he got it. I think he got it. Unlike Skyler, who's a bad quarterback.
He was injured for a minute. He did
He
miss a
did.
couple of weeks. I can't remember what the injury was,
but Tua was healthy, so it didn't matter.
yeah, he was still out there, learning. So
Casey is plus 425
wow,
in Denver.
really?
So they are a deep dog. I think it was like a
Yeah.
10-point spread last I
Let's look.
checked.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. They're going to play backups and then they're going to play third stringers at some point. Denver's trying to go out there and win that game. They're going to play all their starters.
Do you think about the games that we lost without Tua that would have prevented us from this situation? That would have
yeah.
at least given us a win.
You mentioned that Colts game.
Colts game, the two fumbles, Mostert and Ingold.
The Cardinals game. Oh no, Tua was back for the Cardinals game. Was it the Seahawks game?
The Seahawks game.
They could have won that one.
Tim Boyle ended up having to come in, and he looked fine.
Yeah,
He looked better. No, he didn't look fine. He looked better than.
Don't tell Carlos that.
Why? He hates
He loves
Tim Boyle?
Tim Boyle.
Yeah, Tim
He
Boyle.
said Tim Boyle should have been the guy. They should have just rolled with him.
Instead of Tua or instead of
No.
Skyler?
When Tua got injured, and they realized that
Boyle was-
Skyler wasn't going to be the guy, they should have just rolled with Boyle.
100% better than, but Snoop is better than Boyle. But no, the one I think the Titans game should have won that one.
Yeah. Oh God. Titans again, 2 years in a row.
The Titans and the Colts are the two that I look back this year. It's like we could have not been in this mess if we could have won without our backup quarterback. If we could have won with our backup quarterback, we couldn't.
I'm looking right now. The line, where am I? Yeah, plus 425. Denver is an 8-point favorite right now. Oh no,
8
it's
point?
10. No, it's 10.5. It opened at 8.
Now it's at 10.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at that. I kind of wanted to put in my octopus. I was like, I'll take 10 points. There's no way the Chiefs get ran off the table.
10's a lot.
10's so many points.
That's a lot of points, especially for the defending Super Bowl champion that only has one loss.
I might
I
take
guess
those-
they're sitting people, but still.
No, you got to take those points. 10 is a lot.
10.5. 10.5. Ugh.
They still got the coaching
They could win by
staff.
2 touchdowns. No, I'm taking the Broncos in that one.
You're giving up 10 points. You're laying the points.
They're going to be close.
Yeah, so take the plus 10.
Oh, right. Yeah. What am I saying? Right. They're going to win by, no, I don't know, man.
I don't know. The Dolphins beat the Browns last week by what, 20?
It's still,
It can
it's
happen. It can
Yeah,
happen.
but Carson Wentz is all right.
Yeah, but whoever their third stringer is,
That's
it's got to be not at the same level as DTR, which was so funny because in the broadcast, they were like, oh, we're going to call him Dorian Thompson Robinson because his mom likes to hear his full name. It's like, I don't think he deserves it. I don't think, if I'm his mom, I'm like, yo, change it. Call him something else.
Now, you want to have a nickname, right? It's cool to have a nickname.
Yeah, DTR.
I don't have a nickname.
Imagine his last name wasn't Robinson. It was like Fredrickson. And his name was DTF.
That'd be amazing.
And it's like, hey, DTF. And he's like, no. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
Dude, that would be great. I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. We'll see what happens this weekend.
What do you let me ask you, because I explained in the 3:00 hour my displeasure with the whole 2-6, 6-2.
Yeah.
Flo got fired after starting 1-7 and then going 8-1.
Yeah.
I know Perk said that the team likes him. Do you think he deserves to be fired or no?
I think they'll keep everybody around. I
No,
think
no,
it
no.
hasn't
Do you
been,
think he deserves to be fired?
I think that Tua missed a lot of time this year. I
Do you-
think that if you don't have your starting quarterback, it makes things a lot more difficult.
Okay. I'm going to give you this point. McDaniel is the reason we have terrible offensive line play, because his ideology is put all your money in the weapons
Yeah.
and take what you got at the offensive line, 2 good tackles, and you're good. He's the reason we have Liam Eichenberg. He's also the guy that's rotating Isaiah Wynn and Liam Eichenberg every couple series when Isaiah Wynn is clearly better.
I think that when this offense is clicking, it's fantastic.
When was that this year? When was that this year?
It struggled.
The Patriots game with Tua?
Well, they've struggled. Tua missed a bunch of time, so they've been off the course.
He's been back though.
He's played great since he's been back.
He missed the first 5 games. That's the last 12 games he was here.
Yeah.
Well, not last week or this week, but he's been here. You understand Tua's 6-5 this year?
Right. In all of that. But I mean, if you look at his numbers,
What?
I'm saying he's been playing very well.
Yeah. No. He's not the reason we lost the Packers, Cardinals,
it's
or Bills
a team
game.
sport, as they say.
The Packers, Cardinals, and Bills. He's not the reason we lost. I'll give him that.
I think that starting over again doesn't sound appealing. Bringing in a whole new system, doing it all over again. I don't love that,
brother. I'm very unhealthy. My blood pressure can't handle another tank. I just can't do it.
That's what I'm saying. If they bring in another coach, they're gonna have to change their philosophy, everything, and they're starting over again. You want to start over again?
Kinda. I mean, look, because here's the thing, it's expecting that drop off, right? Because this year we were drinking the Kool-Aid of we're gonna win a playoff game. We're gonna go into
I don't want to be disappointed. I want to be pleasantly surprised.
Exactly. So
everybody this year was very disappointed.
So if we get rid of McDaniel, get rid of Chris Greer, and we get Vrabel, and we get this, whoever it is, there's a lot of names being thrown around for GM. I don't know any of them. If we get Vrabel and we go 500 again, that's what we expected. That's better. And look at that. Now we're happy, Dolphins. Ha ha ha. Not going 500 when we expected to be in the conference championship and lose there dramatically to the Chiefs. You know what I mean?
It's none of the options are great.
Alex says we need a new QB, head coach, GM. I don't know.
That's a lot.
That's so many people.
It's really starting over.
I agree, but that's so much. That's so much. The head coach and GM are all coming back. They're all under contract. We know, that's the thing is we know they're coming back. I'm just not happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
I got to go home to a newborn and not sleep at night. I know that's coming. I'm not happy about it.
Just figure it out.
You got to roll with it.
Just roll with the punches.
But I want to be happy. I want to be happy.
That's fandom, Lewis. It's not. It's hope before the season, and then reality hits you. And then you go to disappointment, and then it's hope again.
You know what breaks my heart?
What?
Guys like my dad.
Yeah.
Because my dad truly doesn't care anymore. And he tells me all the time.
My dad gave up too.
He tells me all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, man, when I was your age, I knew all the stats. I knew all this. I knew all that. And he's like, I can't tell you who our starting, left tackle is or our left guard is. I could tell you the whole day. I could tell you everything. I could tell you who position by position. He's like, and I'm like, why is that anymore? He's like, I don't want to anymore. I don't want to devote so much time anymore.
See, they're smart. My dad, same thing. Like I used to sit around, we'd watch games, we were invested in football. Yeah. Now I'm texting him and he's like, I'm not paying attention.
No, my dad's asking me all the time. It's like, oh, so what's going on with the team? I'm like, you're not obsessively on Twitter like I am.
You don't have a burner account?
Dad, what are you doing?
You can flame people with?
Come on. Dad, it's a 2025. You got to be doing this stuff.
Come on.
But no, that's what I'm scared of. And I felt myself last week after we won against the Bills, kind of still being like, who cares? Screw it.
No, but that's the thing. You will, you say that until the off season. When the off season starts and it starts juicing up and you're like, oh, this team, I mean, we were looking at the schedule before the season. We're like, oh, look at all these wins.
16-1,
this team
baby.
could be undefeated.
16-1.
Right? Like, that's it, man. You got that mentality and it's just, it's the hope.
If we listen back to it, I think I did have us at like 14-3.
Yes, I think we both did.
I gave us one Bills loss. I gave us the Packers. And I think the 49ers at home.
That was it, right?
And we beat the 49ers at home. That puts us at 15-2 in my head.
That one.
Brother, you know what it is? You know what it is?
No.
You know how Peyton Manning took the guy from Dumb and Dumber to do the curse reverse in Detroit, and now they're all nasty and sexy?
Oh, yeah.
We don't need Peyton Manning. We could just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just, whatever the Tequestas did, we got to figure out.
Peyton Manning. Remember they flew him in or whatever all those a few years
ago?
Bro,
that's when I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry to age you, but yeah. I remember because I was the sports anchor my senior year, and we were talking about it. Dude.
I can't even imagine, right?
And then he went to Denver. I was like, what does Denver have? And I got detention for cursing in the morning announcements. But I was very mad. I was like, what does Denver have that we don't?
Don't curse here.
I'm not.
That's Lewis. I'm Will. We'll be back on the other side. Football Fridays.
from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747.
Oh, bro, you know, come April, after the
right back.
draft,
Forget it. The
Oh!
combine, you're all in.
dog.
Dude's running.
You know what? It's the combine that'll get, because in the draft, if we get another Chop Robinson, who I hated, now I look like an idiot, which I'm happy to look like an idiot. Dude, after the draft, I'm gonna be fucking.
Combine is where it's at. Combine is beginning of the end.
I got super excited. Xavier Restrepo got invited to the combine. I was like, "Aw, way to go,
Cute.
bud!"
Undrafted bring-in guy.
Dude, if Xavier gets picked,
He's too small.
he is. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he's got the talent. But like, if he's on the board in the second round, grab him. You know why? Smart player, lunch pail kind of guy.
He's your McCaffrey. But
Gym rat lives in the gym. Fundamentals.
Yeah, right.
He's your McCaffrey if you've got your Rod. You need a Rod.
Who's Rod Smith? I'm sorry.
Broncos. 90s.
Is he like a big guy?
He was their lead.
But what? Oh, it's like you're saying he's the number 2. Yeah. You can't build a franchise
This
around
guy
it.
wasn't alive when Rod Smith was playing.
I wasn't alive when fucking Too Tall Jones was playing. I know who Too Tall Jones is.
My insights are amazing. That's what JC says. My insights are amazing.
Jesus Christ.
JC, the happy birthday a couple weeks ago.
Last week.
Was it last week?
It's last week.
Fuck, man, I need a fucking.
You need that.
I need my kids to go to school.
You're playing a West Coast offense and you don't have really good offensive line. That's your problem.
So
like he's West Coast passing, but he's not West Coast rushing. And granted, the 49ers all those years, they didn't have bigger offensive linemen. They just have better offensive linemen. So they could fucking run it up the gut when they needed to.
So Wingfield did a deep dive on it. He went from Mike Shanahan down. Mike Shanahan to Kyle to now Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
They've never drafted a guard before the third round. Every guard they've drafted has been in the fourth or later because they don't give a fuck.
That's it.
Because the whole mentality is
It's just like the running back idea. We'll throw whoever we want in there.
give me a decent center and 2 stud tackles, and we'll be fine. I'd rather spend money on Debo and Ayuk and Waddle and Hill.
Right.
Xavier Restrepo equals Welker. Nah, dog. I'll take I know we haven't seen it in the NFL, but I think I take Xavier. After that, dude, Xavier had too many circus catches this year. Fuck, marry, kill. Chad Henne, Ryan Tannehill, Skylar Thompson. I'm marrying Tannehill.
Thompson.
This is kind of an easy one for me. I'm killing Tannehill because I was already married to him and I'm used to it. I'll fuck Chad Henne. He's good for a couple nights. We saw it. He's good for a couple. And then killing Skylar. Easy. Great question. Great question. Marry Tanny, fucking Chad, killing Skylar.
You got that jet sound here, right? Cool, thanks. Oh, Skylar's dead. Dead to me.
Yeah. You didn't even have to put kill.
Right, just put F Mary.
You just could have said fuck Mary and send away. I still would have chosen to kill him. I'm killing. What do we have here? We're doing fuck Mary kill Chad Henne, Ryan Tannehill, Skylar Thompson. Marrying Tanny. Fucking Chad Henne, because you gotta. Killing Skylar. You gotta do it. That's kind of an easy answer. All right. Are we coming back? Recording.
Good sound.
How about this? Fuck, marry, kill. Ricky Williams, Jay Ajayi, Devon Achane. Because those three are all good options.
Carlos is right. You're married to Ricky Williams.
You got to marry Ricky Williams. I'll tell you this. I'm fucking Devon Achane and I'm killing Jay Ajayi. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I bought his jersey and by the time it came to my house, he was in the Eagles. And he fucking wins the Super Bowl. You can die. And I love you with all my heart. I have 2 jerseys with names on. 3 jerseys with names on them. 2 of them are Ndamukong Suh. One of them is Jay Ajayi.
That's why I don't get jerseys with names.
You can't. You have to get names of greats.
Yes.
Like I'll get a Zach Thomas or a Dan Marino.
Yeah.
But
Current player, you're nuts.
No. You can't do current pay with this regime. What are we doing?
That's the one that triggers Orlando. Tech.
Dude, so much technology in the
Tech.
show. So much technology in the show.
We're running the Orlando show from here,
Really?
sending the triggers to set off their next gen, and then it just rejoins us at the end of the spot box.
Are they
It
the
runs
same
an
length?
automation, basically. Yeah.
Ricky did come out in a dress in a
Yeah, I
magazine.
wonder if it was a sponsorship thing. Right. Yeah, Hollywood Kia didn't buy. That's what I heard yesterday.
Josh goes, didn't Ricky come out in a dress in a magazine? He did.
Sure did.
He did.
Mike Dicker was turned on.
Dude, all the way.
Traded everything away for him.
Dude, it wasn't the weed just getting high.
There we go.
So you think it's his final game?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
Nah. This guy wants everybody to talk about him. He's going to be back. If somebody wants to pay him, he'll be back.
I'll tell you why. It's got to be his last game. Can't go to Minnesota. They're set with Sam Darnold.
Oh, right. Follow the Favre path.
That's the only team he's allowed to go on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that if somebody wants to pay him, he's going to keep playing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, why?
Exactly.
I get.
You hope you're going to revive this guy. Like, it's over.
I get.
No way.
And I see it from both sides. The team is going to be like, it's Aaron Rodgers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. But then if you're Aaron Rodgers and you just don't have it anymore, get off the field, you know?
Like what do you need?
There's so much ayahuasca to be inhaled.
There's so many dark rooms to be in.
There's so many drugs to consume, so many vaccines to talk crap on.
So many B-list Hollywood actresses.
Just go enjoy all of them. Go enjoy all of them, man. Like you're clearly having more fun.
Wow.
You're Olivia Munn, is that what that?
Yeah, but no, she's not with him anymore. She's with the comedian dude, the drunk guy. What's his name?
Drunk guy.
Yeah.
When it comes to drunk comedians, you're either talking about me or Bert Kreischer, and neither of us are with her.
Neither. No, the Mulaney. She's married to Mulaney.
Oh, that's
they
right.
got a kid.
Who's he with? Isn't he with Danica Patrick?
No, he was. No, most recently he was with I can't remember what her name is. Some actress.
Oh man, yeah, it's kind of like Travis Kelce. Who knows who they're with? You know.
Well, I mean that's a little different. Anyway.
Yeah, man, just leave. Honestly, like if you're that bad at what you do.
But that's it. These guys can't walk away because they know. Tom Brady knew as soon as he left, like it's over. He might be on television all the time. He might be doing this, might be doing that, but he's not the quarterback. He's not the guy anymore. It's over.
Here's the weird thing. You've got a guy like Aaron Rodgers who's clearly more washed than my clothes. More washed. And he wants to keep playing. And then you've got a guy like Calais Campbell who is playing out of his freaking mind. Playing unreal for any age, and he's doing it that old, and he's talking about, I think I'm done. Like how? Like no, Calais Campbell, you stay in the league. Aaron Rodgers, you get out.
And that's the thing. Like Aaron Rodgers will say, I don't know. I might need to go because he wants people to talk about him.
He loves it.
In the back of his head, he's like, I'm totally coming back. What are you talking about?
He loves.
Somebody's going to give me $40 million to come back and stink.
Does Taylor Swift go to the game this week if Travis Kelce's not playing? Huh?
Who's Taylor Swift?
She's friends with Travis Kelce, no? Or am I thinking of Jonnu Smith? She's friends with Jonnu Smith?
Shailene Woodley was his ex-girlfriend.
Dude, the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
No.
Something.
No, Hunger Games is Lawrence.
Oh, right. Jennifer Lawrence, right.
She's in the Divergent, the Convergent.
Is that what it is? I don't know. Brittany. He's going out with some woman named Brittany now. He was talking about it on McAfee.
Assurant, allergent. Wait.
Divergent?
Convergent.
Allergies.
Convergent.
Convergent.
Activia. Monjourno. Dude, yes.
Yeah, so that's it, man. I think this guy, he knows what he's doing. He knows that everybody's going to talk about him if he's talking about retiring, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're talking about him.
But like... We're not. When was the last time someone said something good about him? Like, there's no way he's that self-obsessed.
Still talking about him. Yes.
This guy goes and sits in a room with no lights for 2 days or 4 days, whatever it is.
He'd rather bad press than no press.
Oh yeah,
That's
come
crazy to me.
on.
I get it.
I'll take bad press.
No.
What can we do to get some bad press?
Dude, the thing I said earlier about stereotypes, if
Yeah,
that
that's
didn't get
done
us, if that didn't get
Surprise,
clipped, that's
Barry Jackson's already talking about it.
he's not talking about Jimmy Butler right now.
Oh, don't even start with that. We're not talking about that. This is a football show.
This is a Football Friday show.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about
Basketball Mondays are coming up in a couple weeks.
Ooh, basketball. How do you? Yeah, you can't. There's no B. Basketball Wednesday.
Basketball going back. No, man, I'm trying to do it in an accent. It's not going to work.
No, so
No,
that's
bro.
it. I think he's definitely going to come back. Anyway, it's interesting for Jeff Ulbrich, like as an interim head coach, he could be coaching Aaron Rodgers' final game. That's got to be weird.
That's exactly how he wanted to go.
Guy
out.
went into the season as an assistant. And now it's like, huh? I'm going to be part of history potentially.
2-time MVP, world champion,
500 passing touchdowns.
ending it with Jeff Ulbrich. That's I
An
mean,
interim head coach. He's ending it.
I
with.
might end my career with if I had to deal with Jeff Ulbrich. Like this
I'm
guy
out.
sucks. This is crazy. Like that. At what point do the Jets even look at Ulbrich and be like, maybe we try another interim head coach? Like, because this guy hasn't done it.
I mean, obviously he's not getting the job. If he was gonna, they would have given it to him already.
Oh yeah,
He's had multiple weeks,
dude. How about this? They posted, like, they announced they interviewed Mike Vrabel for the head coaching job.
Mm-hmm.
The season's not even over.
Right.
The season, like, if you're prepping for, like, if you're Jeff Ulbrich,
yeah,
I might throw this game
tank
down
it
the
anyway,
tube.
right?
You might have to tank this game because, like, they're already interviewing my replacement.
What's Aaron Rodgers' relationship with Mike Vrabel?
Oh, so good. It's so much better than him and Saleh. He hugs Vrabel. He doesn't
Maybe.
hug Saleh.
The stiff arm. It's amazing. Still amazing.
We're playing a team that it's crazy how much bad publicity has been. Remember, it started with Hassan Reddick, and now it's ending with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams aren't going to be here next year. Sauce Gardner ducking the Dolphins again. DJ Reed saying he is going to very much love going into free agency. Life sucks as a Dolphins fan. Life sucks.
I forgot that Rodgers, they did this Enigma series on Netflix.
I know as a journalist we should watch it. I'm not going to watch it. Yeah, it is. Jordan Poyer's in it.
Yeah,
Jordan Poyer was smoking
I feel like I'm
ayahuasca
gonna
with
be
him.
Dumber watching it.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I hate this guy. I hate
I
Poyer.
think he's a plant, right?
He is so much. Oh my God, he's such a double agent.
100%.
He is such a double agent. And the only game Aaron Rodgers went off on this year, Jordan Poyer.
Look at that. What's
Guys,
that about?
Guys, connect the dots. I'm not saying I'm wearing a tin hat, but I'm saying get one on.
I'm holding coat hangers and stuff with my tinfoil hat, trying to get the
trying to get the signal.
Trying to get the signal from the aliens.
You got to block off the radiation.
Red hats, blue hats, all that stuff.
All the pills. They came from Aaron Rodgers.
That's Luis Diaz and Will Althoff on the other side. We're going to hear some Dolphin sound today. Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa speaking before and after practice. We're going to have that coming up next here on Football Friday.
We're getting our first cold.
Oh, Enigma. Now I'm interested in watching it just to be mad.
No, I didn't. I saw it. I've seen it twice. I
You watched it twice?
No,
Oh.
I've seen it come up twice.
Oh, I got
Nah,
you. I was lying.
I'm not watching that. Carlos, can we sign Rodgers as a backup? One, I don't think he would ever be a backup.
No way. No way.
And I think I saw somewhere say like, oh, he's willing to do it. I think he's saying that to get paid. There's no way he goes into a team as the backup and plays the entire year. He retires mid-year. He pulls a
There's no way he's just going to stand there holding the clipboard.
no.
No chance.
And I just don't want, like, the same reason I'm scared of Shador.
Right.
Like, just in the lot, like, if your dad
You're bringing
slash
Dion with you.
if your dad / head coach is making you go to a concert because your son, like, it's weird. It's weird. And the way he shits on his offensive line, I'm talking about Shador now.
Yeah. I don't understand, like, Ronnie, Shador, like, these guys can't be themselves. Imagine you're a 21-year-old kid. You're in an NBA locker room. You got some cash. You're going out on the town.
Sure.
You're having a good time. You can't talk about that because your dad is with you the whole time. Like, who wants that? Like, listen, I realize Deion has done great things for his son. He got him on a national platform and showed him off. But lay low. Let the kid be a man.
What about all like Cleveland's playoff berth? Yeah, we know that. Fuck you, ESPN. Fucking ESPN, we know. Stop fucking.
We're aware. Have you not been listening to the show, guys?
ESPN, are you not listening to Football
You're
Fridays?
not tapped into the show.
Come on, Ryan Clark.
I know in his earbud, he's actually listening to us.
Us right now,
Yeah.
the live feed. Who there? Someone on fucking ESPN was saying like, oh, if the Cowboys get Shador, Deion is gonna come coach for them.
Right? Like,
could you imagine that?
No, I wouldn't want that as a player. Like, that's so much pressure.
This would also be Deion's first year coaching without his kids. So like,
Yeah.
is he
really a good coach?
Is he gonna do it, or is he gonna come to the NFL and just follow his kids around?
Yeah.
At some point, I tell Dad, hey, Dad, you made a huge name for yourself. You're fucking prime time.
Yeah.
You could have taken any college job. No, you took a job at an HBCU, then you took a job at Colorado. You helped me become the #1 overall pick. I love you so much. Stay the fuck
Right.
here.
Just leave. Stay out of it.
Stay here.
Yes.
Let me do my thing.
1,000%. And that's what I'm saying about Bronny. That whole thing.
Okay,
Like,
but this is the
it's gonna be
difference.
awful.
Shador is going to get drafted because Shador is very good.
Yes.
Bronny. What do you say?
Right, but as a player, as his son, you don't want him to be your coach. You know what I
No.
mean? You want to be able to be a man and be on your own, right?
Bronny cannot make a name for himself.
Right.
Because Bronny's not good enough at basketball to do
Correct.
that. Shador is.
Right.
Shiloh,
But
on the
he's
other hand,
always going to be
Shiloh.
Exactly.
Hey, Shiloh, wherever you get undrafted free agent picked up, I'll go there.
But if his dad is around, Shador will always be in Deion's shadow.
Yeah, it's always
Always.
son of the coach.
You can
always.
be the #1 pick. It doesn't matter. Deion is still going to overshadow you.
Mhm.
That's going to suck.
McDaniel and Tua.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I just, my dad was my JV coach. That was a lot.
Right.
That was a lot.
Right. Like, that's it, man.
Tua is doubtful.
Oh, right. Doc. Yeah. I was like, Phillip Rivers, Austin Rivers. Yeah. No, it was not. It was always lousy. I feel like. But for me, it's just the fact that, like, you can't be comfortable being, like, loose in a locker room. His dad's there.
No.
Hey, man, let me tell you about these bitches. Nah, dad's here. Right.
Carlos, what do we do with McDaniel? Keep him or toss him? I've been saying toss him. They're going to keep him. But I've
Yeah.
been saying toss him. And I
They're
love
gonna
people disagree because, consistency is a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I was
I'll tell
saying.
you
If
what,
to start
if
over,
McDaniel could understand the importance of good guard play,
yeah.
keep him. Keep him for sure. But if he wants to keep being the fucking stubborn genius, my way or the highway guy, which I have a feeling he is, get him the fuck out. Tua listed as doubtful. If the Dolphins run it back, if the Dolphins win but don't make the playoffs, do we run it back? We're gonna fucking have to. Which I say that now, but we
2.5.
fired Flo after going 9-8 and winning a shit ton of games.
And he turned around and sued the team.
Yeah.
So there was something going on there. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
McDaniel went to Yale. He probably knows good lawyers. Probably knows some good lawyers.
Ooh,
But yeah, they're gonna
Calais
run it back.
questionable. Calais, Tyreek, Jalen, Holland.
Why even put doubtful though with Tua? Just put him out.
Right.
Just
They're
list
all
it out.
questionable. Who else is? Let's see. Out. Sauce gone. Gardner. Elijah Vera Tucker questionable.
How efficient are quarterbacks after avoiding a sack? The second best in the NFL, Tua Tagovailoa.
There we go. And if it was up to him, I imagine he'd be playing this week too.
Yeah, but I mean, is it up to? Okay, here it is. His brain, love it. You want to win, you want to play. I love that. Your body doesn't let you.
Yeah.
It doesn't let you. And I want to be mad at the medical team, but if you didn't get hurt, the medical team would have nothing to say. Did we put you on IR for optical reasons? Yes, 100%. You went to freaking Disney on Ice. If that gives you a concussion just watching it. I got a concussion watching Disney on Ice.
It's very bright.
So bright, so many loud noises and so much things going on.
But he was there.
But he went right after getting a concussion. He shouldn't have been on the IR. I get it, optics. Now this one that you dove forward against the Texans, which everyone was giving him crap. And I remember when it happened, I'm like, no, there's nothing wrong with that one. There was no one in front of him. He just kind of got tackled on the way down.
Yeah.
But then it injures his hip. I'm like, oh, I'm wrong. I guess I'm dumb.
He is listed as doubtful on the current injury report that came out a short time ago. Questionable: Teron Armstead, Calais Campbell, D. Eskridge, Tyreek Hill, Javon Holland, and Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle hasn't played. In what, like 2-3 weeks?
Yeah. He was a full participant yesterday. Is that right? Yes, Waddle was. But today, this is questionable.
Man, this is what pisses me off. Like, why couldn't the NFL just do us a solid and let the Chiefs and Broncos play at one?
That's what I'm saying, man. Here's what I thought. I thought that on Saturday, they would have the Dolphins, Jets, and the Bengals, Steelers. Play both of those games on Saturday. So then on Sunday, the Broncos know that they've got to win to get in. And that's how I thought it was going to play out. I didn't expect both of these teams to be playing at the same time.
You know what else I would have said? You know what I would have enjoyed? I get it. The Broncos are like currently in the playoff race. They're playing the number 1 seed. That's a good game.
Yeah.
Put that one on Saturday and just put them in chronological order of things that need to happen,
but that's
right?
the thing. If they win on Saturday, then the Jets-Dolphins means nothing, as does the Steelers-Bengals game.
Correct, but like, let us know that it means nothing, you know? Let us know. Like,
Listen,
put
Aaron Rodgers, potentially final game of his career. They don't want that to mean nothing. They want people to pay attention to that game.
See, you're smarter from the marketing and PR. In my thing as a fan, put them in order of like things that need to happen.
Yeah.
So the Bengals need the most to happen. You put them last. You put them at 4:25 Sunday. You put us at 1, and then before that, you put the Broncos and the Chiefs at 4. Give them the Saturday night game. I don't care. You put them on Saturday. You put us at 1. So that way, like, at least we know.
Nope.
And then if both of those teams loses, now the Bengals, I'm not just being nice to the Dolphins, I'm being nice to the Bengals.
Nah.
Now the Bengals know. You know what I mean? Like, the NFL's being a little rude here.
No, that's it, man. That's it. You're gonna be flipping back and forth on Sunday.
You think I'm gonna be flipping back and forth?
Come on.
No. I've already talked to this with my wife. I'm gonna have 2 screens.
Nice.
I've got Paramount Plus on this one, Fox Sports on that one, because we don't have cable in my in-laws' house.
You're making it happen, though.
Oh yeah. We're gonna watch. I got both of them. Both of them on the screen.
The Miami Dolphins radio network gets coverage started at 2:25 for the game on Sunday. The 4:25 kickoff. We do 2 hours pregame.
Yeah, but just start at 2.
No, 2. Then it's 2.5 hours. I don't want to do 2.5 hours.
That's ridiculous.
Listen, this is a long day. 2 hour pregame, 2 hour postgame, game
in the middle.
It's a lot.
Don't forget about that game in the middle.
The whole thing. I'm here all day.
You also got a halftime show.
Halftime. I got to do halftime. I got to do stuff after the game, before the game.
During the game, are you like pulling the highlights?
No,
Or are you just chilling? Are you able to
I
chill?
sit in the studio with a technical producer. Sometimes it's Carlos. Sometimes it's Jeff. I don't know if you know Jeff
Olbrich.
No.
He's not doing much.
He just filled out filled out an application. No, so we sit in there and I bother one of those guys, whoever's running the game, the whole time.
Nice.
Like a lunatic. Like, hey, we're on break 26, right? Hey, you got the ID coming up, right? I'm one of those guys. But anyway, no, we sit in the studio, they pull the highlights, and we watch it. And yeah, no, it's a great time, but it's a long day, man. Especially, I'm very happy that they're playing. 4:25 is not a bad time. I get out of here like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but 1 o'clock is better.
Those night games are the worst. 2 o'clock in the morning.
Dude,
especially on like a Sunday or Monday night. I still got to get up with my kids the next day to get them to school.
No,
that's always fun.
No.
I had to do that a couple of times this season.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we had some primetime games.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get that much next year.
That's a whole different discussion. I didn't think that we were going to get a lot of games this year.
Of course we were. We were good.
Yeah, but last year when they put us in prime time, we lost almost every game.
Played so bad.
So bad.
Played so
Except
bad.
that game on Black Friday against the Jets.
Dude.
Eagles lost. Chiefs, Germany, lost.
Don't remind me about Eagles.
Titans,
I was there.
Monday night, lost.
Yeah, but Rams this year. Turn the season around.
Packers.
Oh, disgusting. Oh, vomit. Hey, the first Thursday night game of the year, second Thursday night game of the year, week 2, Bills.
That's Lewis. I'm Will. Do we have anything on the other side? No. We're just going to come back and talk more about this. More nonsense. Oh, I want to talk to you about this, the lint thing.
Yeah, I gotta know what you're talking about. You still haven't shown me.
No, I'll show you. I don't want to show you until we're on.
All right.
All right. Coming back on the other side. Football Fridays.
From the Anachar and Levine.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Who would you hire? Pete? Zach, I gotta know what you're referring to. Who would you like? Pete Carroll?
In what sense? As a coach? Pete Carroll?
Is that what you're saying, Zach? Who would I hire? Pete, like Pete Carroll as a coach? Or is there like a Pete that's a GM? Lewis, please don't delete the live. Why? What did I say? What did I say? If you don't want me to delete the live, I must have said something. I gotta delete this immediately.
That's a great question. Just end it. Stop it now. Delete. We'll restart.
Pete Carroll. Yeah.
Nah, I don't want Pete Carroll. He's too old, man.
I know. Yeah. I think I
Like,
would.
how long is he going to be around? A year or two until he decides, yeah, I don't want to.
You want to hear something crazy? You want to hear something fucking crazy?
I do.
I know it didn't work well for McDaniel when he got here. I was like, hey, you got to inherit this staff. But brother, wouldn't it be great if Anthony Weaver was our head coach?
Yeah, but that's it. This is his first time as a coordinator, right?
His first time.
Yeah.
This might be another thing of like how we got Flo too early in their career.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, let Anthony Weaver be the leader of men. And just keep Frank Smith. Keep Darrell Bevel. Like, keep all of them in place. And just fucking, like, get rid of McDaniel. I love Anthony. To me, Anthony Weaver is just such a man, bro. And like, look, as a former musical theater kid, I love that. I love seeing it. I haven't seen Wicked yet, but oh my goodness!
Wow, the internet. So there's a picture. They put up a video of John Mulaney and Olivia
Munn.
Because my computer is
because they heard you. That's scary a little bit. That's scary a little bit.
I don't like it.
Scary.
I don't like the internet.
He's too old for South Florida. Oh, Pete Carroll is way too old for South Florida.
Olivia Munn and John Mulaney. We were talking about them earlier. The internet. Yeah, but that's the thing with Pete Carroll. Like, does he really want to come back? And
to me, top choice, Vrabel. I would love Vrabel. What? What do you say?
Carlos is saying, with all the Cougars running around, Pete Carroll would be good.
Oh yeah.
Fort Lauderdale. You go hang on the beach. Be at the Elbow Room every night.
Would he live in like Palm Beach, like Port? He'd live with my parents in Port St.
There you
Lucie.
go. Right, exactly.
Commute down. But yeah, Vrabel's my number one. Vrabel's the dream. But even if we don't get him, I give Anthony Weaver's a dude that cares about up front, man. And give me Ant. Don't let him go because he's gonna take a head coach job somewhere else. I don't know. Jets are in talks with Vrabel. I know. Prod, I know. I'm not happy about it. What else have I missed?
Ooh, Ron Rivera.
Who would the Dolphins play if we beat the Jets and the Broncos lose the Bills?
Bills. Yeah, I think it's guaranteed,
Chris,
right, that they play the Bills.
The Bills, yeah, because they're locked into two.
Yeah.
They're dude. Also, what we haven't spoken about, your team. How are you gonna sit Saquon when he's so fucking close?
Yeah.
How are you gonna
He wants
sit
to- I don't think he
Saquon?
wants to play. I think it's him. I think he's like, yeah, I'm good. And we're back. And we're back.
Football Friday.
Say it again.
And we're back.
There it is. There it is.
So that's Luis Diaz and Will Altoff. I keep teasing this dryer thing. So some girl went home for Christmas, brought up during dinner, oh yeah, I got a problem with my dryer. It's not drying my clothes. And her family was like, well, what's wrong with the dryer? Have you cleaned the lint trap? She was like, what is that? That's the lint that she pulled out from her lint trap.
Oh my God. I look,
That's
man,
insane, right?
I've been very close to cursing all show. All show.
Look at all
and
that
I've been-
lint.
That almost threw me over the edge.
That's disgusting.
That's
lint. It looks like an outfit.
that's a sweater.
Scarf.
She pulled out a scarf from that. Wow.
And she's smiling about it.
That's embarrassing. But don't post that, you know? Don't
Right.
post
That's
that.
that's one of those too much.
Hey, you're not gonna like how this makes you look.
Going viral for the wrong reasons.
That's I don't know, man.
It's pretty gross.
Did you? But that reminds me of I don't know. It was a meme a couple years ago, but it was like a text thing that went viral.
Yeah.
Of some guy going like, "Hey, how often do you clean your oven?" And it's like, "Bro, never. Why?" It's like, "I have to clean it all the time. Like every time I cook stuff, like it's making a mess." And he's like, "What do you mean you clean the grates like every time?" He's like, "Yeah, it's still dirty." He's like, "Well, what are you cooking? Pizza, whatever." Well, are you using like a tray to cook on? He's like, "What?" He's like, "So when you make chicken, when you make like chicken
Just throw it
parmesan,
right
like,
on the-
you're throwing it right on the grate, you're throwing it right on the thing." He's like, "Yeah, what? Are you not
It's not a
supposed to?"
grill.
No.
That's amazing.
And it's like, don't post this stuff. Like
Right?
it makes you look bad.
Don't show your lunacy.
Oh, that's crazy.
Sometimes you're too honest.
Too much information.
Too much information. Like I'm playing next week in Buffalo if we make the playoffs.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You know who? I don't. Do you know what?
Yeah, I just don't say it.
We were talking about it in the break, and so I kind of want to bring it up now. Tua's not going to play. Fine, my heart's over it. Whatever. Who cares? How are you going to sit Saquon when he's 105?
I don't think he wants to play.
You're a competitor, man. This is a team that said
Right, he
you're
wants
not
to
worth
win.
the
He doesn't-
money.
He doesn't care about this. He just wants to play in the playoffs and win.
How is he so mature? There's no way he's that mature.
You know why? Because he went to Penn State.
Oh my God,
Yes.
we are. Oh no, I don't want to hear that.
Speaking of Penn State,
They
they're going to
make-
be here next Thursday.
They are. Are you going to? You got to find credentials to go to that game,
Yeah,
right?
I would love to go to that game. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but
Grace hasn't gotten you. Grace, give him credentials. He needs to cover it.
So yeah, that'd be a good idea. I should figure out that.
That's a free ticket. That's free. Going for free.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
No, we'll see nothing. Didn't your wife go there too?
No.
Oh, so it's just you?
Just
oh, so you don't even need to get two. You're good. I'm like trying to see, like, we got to get you and then your wife a ticket.
Oh
no.
no, my wife's got to get up the next day at 4:00 for work. She's not going.
brother,
out
you
the
got to go
game.
to that game.
I know. I got to figure out how to get there.
Hold on.
Okay.
I got to go back. There's no way Saquon is that mature that he doesn't care about breaking the record against the team that left him go.
No,
That let him go.
I think that he's recently, like a couple of years ago, he was set to break some record, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good." Like maybe it was a team record rushing for the Giants or something, and he's just like, "Nah, let the other guys play."
That's unbelievable. I don't believe it. That's unbelievable. How do you How do you have it right? Like God couldn't have written God had to have written this because it's so perfect. You break the record, and all we'd be seeing for a week is that clip of Joe Schoen. I don't think that's how you pronounce his name, but that's the way I read it.
Shane?
It might be, but there's no A in
It's
that
like
name.
O-E.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call it Schoen.
Schoen.
Which is what you call there's another word for something down here that I don't think I know the definition of, but it's a
Shown?
woman. Yeah, like a woman.
Oh,
but like of loose morals, I believe.
Never heard that one.
Welcome to Miami, baby.
I mean, I can come up with 100 other words, but
oh yeah. But Joe Schoen,
that
whole clip of like, oh, we're not going to pay a $40 million quarterback to hand off to a $12 million running back. That's my favorite clip so far of the year,
right?
Because of how much it's smacked them in the face.
They don't got either of those guys.
Dude, I'm so I wish I want him to break that record. I
think too, because last week was 17 games. You know what I mean? And he can say, "Hey, I got to 2,017 games. I didn't need that extra game. I did it in 17 games. 16 games. Excuse me. Yeah.
And so you're saying because it's the 17, it's like, oh, I don't want to win it and have an asterisk,
right? And then everybody's like, oh, well, I needed the extra game to beat the record. If he didn't have the extra,
someone's
game.
gonna break it eventually with the 17th game. Who cares?
Yeah, no, he got to 2,000 this year in 16 games. He's good.
I'm mad. That's more annoying than Tua not playing.
Really?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm done with this season. If I was still invested emotionally in this season, Tua would really piss me off.
Yeah.
But since I'm in denial,
already moving on,
and I'm telling myself that I don't care.
Love the offseason.
Dude, I'm so excited for the draft. Oh, I can't
Combine,
wait.
bro.
Hey, if you get the credentials for the Orange Bowl,
okay,
that means anything is possible.
Yeah.
We got to go cover the combine.
Could you imagine?
We got to go to Indy.
I would love to run it like Rich Eisen.
Oh, hell yeah.
Run the 40.
They got to do that with all the writers that are there. Everyone in the press, run a 40, see what it is.
Everybody's got to get a chance, right?
Oh, I'm training.
Oh, I like that.
I'm going to train for it. Dude, there's one of my leagues that I lost in. Remember I told you last week I'm in 3 championship games and 2 toilet bowls?
Yeah.
One of them I didn't lose, thank God, because the punishment was the league would have to write like jokes for me to say on stage. I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I would lose a career.
Yeah,
like, so I won that game, thank God.
You're not on Saturday Night Live. You can't be Michael Che.
No,
and
Colin Jost. No. But then they were like, oh, what if we do like a combine? I'm like, brother, if I do a combine right now, I'm going to go to the CFL. I'm confident in my abilities. And if I train for it,
you're going to be blocking for a Grey Cup champion.
What is that? Hold on.
That's
you know way too much.
That's their trophy, the Grey Cup. CFL?
Of course, the most boring league has the most boring color as the cup.
Right?
That's so
It's
Canada.
Be named after somebody.
No, it's about the color.
It's named after Jim Gray.
Jonathan Gray. No, there's no.
You go on the CFL if you run. You should make yourself eligible for the draft.
I don't know how to do that. But if I do a combine, I'm going to the CFL. That's the shape I'm in right now. Now.
Love that. So
which means
if you start practicing now, XFL in your future.
100%. Oh, I'm making it to the XFL/UFL easily. Understand, I am so in such good shape. I'd be a guard for the Dolphins. That's the shape I'm in right now. CFL/starting caliber offensive lineman for Mike McDaniel.
You know, I might want to see this,
dude. I gotta film it. Content, baby.
Yeah, we need the jump. You got to get your high jump.
Oh, I got vert.
We need your bench press.
My thing is, I'm deceptive for a fat guy. Like, I'm faster than you think, and I jump higher and farther than you think.
You are the right complexion for deceptively quick, as they say.
I'm a lunch pail guy. I'm a hard worker.
Man, you're a gym rat.
I'm a gym rat.
You're one of those guys. High motor. You know, real fundamentals guy. Yeah,
that's
all
me.
Fundamentals. Yeah, for sure.
Fundamentals. Sound like you said fentanyl, which is what people might need if I make it to the league.
Oh, fentanyl. I don't know. What are we doing here?
I got Walter Dolphins lined up for the next segment, but I don't know that I'm ready. I moved it because I was like, oh, we should bump
I
it
was
up a
about
little
to say
bit.
you moved it.
I did. I bumped it up a little bit, but I don't know. I like closing out the show with Walter too.
You want to?
How do you feel? How did you feel?
How did you feel? I feel. I feel, man, ready for the off season.
Coming back on the other side, we got our third hour coming up.
Wait, are we going to break right now?
No, we still got like 2 minutes.
Wait, what segment are we on?
We're on segment 8.
Are we sure?
I'm pretty sure. We
Segment
played the
7
dolphin
didn't just
sound.
run long?
Yeah, we did the dolphin sound.
That's this segment?
Carlos, we got
Carlos,
one break.
what are we
got
doing
one
right
break
now?
left this hour, right? Top of the hour break coming up here.
Yeah. No, we're at the 2-minute break.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so we're not ready to even go to break yet, brother.
No, we got like 2 minutes.
All right, so let me
That's what
ask
he
you.
said.
Let me ask you some questions. Let me ask you some
All
questions.
right, ask me questions.
All right.
This is like a combine, like the what do they call it? The Wonderlic? Is this Wonderlic questions?
No, not at all. This is just let's talk about the offseason questions.
All right.
Brian Flores.
Yeah.
He's now coached since he left with
Vikings look
Tomlin
good.
and KOC.
Yeah.
You want to bring him back?
Is he still suing the team?
Maybe. This might be a move to get him to drop the suit, though. This is something I've been saying on
bring him
Twitter.
back.
And
Him and Tua, they come on.
But what if they kissed and made up?
It's not gonna happen.
What if they go, mwah?
Nah,
Dude,
no way.
to me, Vrabel and Flo are like the dream scenario. And like I know the Flo one is so crazy. It's so crazy.
Crazy.
It just might work.
There's
you
no
know what I mean?
way.
All right, so let's play GM. Let's put you in the GM.
Okay.
I who do you want to lead this team next year? And it could be McDaniel. You'd just be wrong.
I mean, I think, like we
Feel.
mentioned before, I feel. Yeah, I don't want to start over. I want to see. This is the thing. They didn't have a healthy Tua, and they know that the backup situation needed to be addressed. Now that they have those things sort of in place, I think they're expecting Tyler Huntley to remain around for next season.
Okay.
I think that I don't want to start over. All these guys, they know the game plan. I think a couple of changes need to be made to fill some gaps, but I think that I don't want to start over. Give these guys another year. Try and give them one more year, see what happens, and then after that, forget it.
Okay.
They can't figure it out next year, forget it.
All right.
You got 50 seconds.
First person you want to re-sign this offseason. Re-sign. Imagining Chris Greer actually likes re-signing his draft hits. First person you re-sign, go.
Oh, you got to bring back Calais.
Calais?
Yeah.
Over Holland?
I think so.
Over Holland?
Yeah, man. I like
He's
what they're
old.
doing. I know, but you're going to get another season out of him. You just want him for 1 year. I mean, yeah, you would like to keep Holland for an extended period of time.
First person you let go besides Jordan Poyer, go. Because for me, it's obviously Jordan Poyer. Cam Smith?
If you could find a trade partner for Tyreek Hill,
ooh,
I say you trade him and try and get some draft picks out of it.
Yeah, if I could
and get the money off the cap.
Bradley Chubb.
And then listen, yeah, but is anybody going to take him?
No.
Right, he's hurt.
Because the only people that take hurt players,
it's us.
Chris Greer.
Coming back on the other side, and we'll all tough. That's Luis Diaz. Football Fridays.
We're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
WINC.
Spend
Oh
money
my
on
God.
the offensive line.
All right, we're on Instagram Live. Yeah.
That's it. You trade Tyreek, you spend the money on the offensive line, you get a couple of picks for it.
Do you think Anthony Weaver gets a head coaching job?
No.
You really don't?
No. I think 1 year as a coordinator, I think it's too fast. I don't
Vance
think anybody-
Joseph. Literally happened to him.
How'd that work out?
It didn't work out well.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It didn't work out well.
I think that it's too early.
So you don't think, but he'll probably get a couple. You know, how is Frank Smith not left yet? You know what I mean? Like he was our OC for this entire time.
Right.
And I don't even think he's gotten interviews. I know Bevel's
that's a good
denied
point.
interviews as an
Well,
OC.
Everybody thinks that McDaniel or looks at McDaniel as the play caller guy.
Chris Carbo. Is John Gruden still canceled? Dude, that's the mentality I want. Yeah.
Gruden?
No, but that's the mentality I want.
Right.
That's no. Hold on, because then that kind of means that's the racism. I don't want the racism. But the fucking,
Somebody
you know what I
who
mean?
doesn't understand email. I don't need that.
The psycho, the manliness, the masculinity. That's the masculinity I want. I don't need the racism. I could do without it, honestly.
We're coming back.
Oh my god, I got two people. So Daniel Sauce goes.
No, we're gonna we'll skip it here. Next segment, I'm gonna go. We'll run that Perk interview. Thank you. We're not doing Walter here.
Not yet?
No.
Two back-to-back comments. Daniel, Holland not worth it. Chris, re-sign Holland. I love that.
Oh, that's the best.
I love that.
I love when on Twitter that happens.
It's
You
the
keep
best.
missing things.
Diaz are talking Fins.
I like this one too. Bumping. This is some good Friday music. I can't dance like this. This makes me look real bad.
It's a white one. That's
super white.
There's not a lot of melanin involved in that dance.
I'm Will Altoff. That's Luis Diaz. Football Friday's final hour here. We're going to do our Octopi coming up in a little bit. We'll replay that Chris Perkins interview from earlier talking about Tua and what happened in the locker room today. Him talking about next week, he's playing if they win this week and make it to the playoffs.
What so whose fault is it that he's not playing? His for being too injured, but having the right mentality.
I think it's just a caution thing with the doctors. They're like, yeah, give him some extra time to rest. It's probably better for him if he sits out this week. And
here's my thing. I'm not a smart enough guy to know what it came out today that it's a muscular thing.
Yeah, that's what coach said.
So what does that mean? Because if it's a bone thing, you can't hit a bone when it's broken. Yeah,
Right.
it's like you're done. But it's not a bone. It's a muscular thing, but it's not a bruise. So does that mean it's like if you hit the muscle, it'll break? Like
right? I don't know if it's like a not a hyper extension, but like I don't know. I'm not a kinesiologist either, so I got no clue.
I don't know. I mean, if Tyler Huntley can do what he did last week, throw to Tyreek Hill,
yeah,
I'm not mad.
I imagine it's just like a range of motion thing. You know what I mean? Like his muscle.
Yeah, because your hip is very involved when you're throwing the ball.
Yeah, so I imagine that's it. It's just range of motion. He's not loose enough to, play as well as he can. So,
but my problem is with all of that. Why list him as doubtful? Just list him as out.
It's gamesmanship. That's it.
We're playing against the Jets.
Well, I know, but they don't want to go out and just put out there. Hey, if there is a 2% probability that he could play on Sunday, they want to leave that option open. They don't want to just list him out.
A 2% chance?
2%. I didn't even mean that.
Dude, you're good. You're good at what you do. I don't know if they told you that, but you are.
I don't know how I keep missing that.
I don't know. I get, because when he went from questionable to doubtful before the Browns game, brother, the range
it
of
shocked
emotions,
everybody.
The emotions, because I was on that team of like, oh, they're doing it in case they're out of the playoffs. And then they weren't out of the playoffs and he stayed doubtful.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, no way he's injured again.
Right. Because they think they can beat these teams without him.
And but my problem is I'm mad at the Tua haters. You know why? Because they're taking a victory lap right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, what'd I tell you? Tua sucks. It's like, no.
He wants to play. Come on.
It's not just that he wants to play. He's still a good quarterback.
Yes.
He's just not on the field all the time. And that's my problem is, what would you rather have? What would you rather have? Would you rather have a top? Because I think universally we can call him top 8. I think so.
Quarterback? For sure.
Yeah.
I think so.
He's in the top
when
quarter.
He's healthy, yeah.
When he's playing on the field, when he's on the field, he is a top 8 quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy you could win a Super Bowl with, for sure. I agree. I'm not one of those haters that thinks no. But to win a Super Bowl, you got to play all the games, man.
Yeah.
And he's only had one season, and I drank all the Kool-Aid last year, man. He played all the games. He's gonna keep doing that. But at what point, bro? At what point do you call it? Like I'm thinking about him. Like, remember when the concussion? Everyone's like, call for your retirement.
Yeah.
Brother, let's not think about the fact that it's a concussion. Let's think about the fact that it's always a different injury. Clearly, your body's just not built for it.
Well, the hip was a thing in Alabama too.
But even there, they're saying it's not the same injury. It's not the same part of the hip. So you're just injuring your hip twice now, different parts. You got concussions. You got an ankle. You got a hand. Like, what else? What else is on his injury report?
Yeah.
It's just the hip. Damn, that kind of ruins my argument.
But that's it. When he plays, he's one of the better quarterbacks
When he
in the
plays,
league.
he's so good.
Yeah.
But
And that's
when
also
does he
why,
play?
like I said, I'm not ready to start over. There are too many things that if they go right, this team, everybody, this year the expectation was win a playoff game, right? Because the team was good enough to make the playoffs, has been good enough to make the playoffs. They just needed to take that next step. So now we're going to backtrack and go, we got to start over. They didn't win the playoff game. The starting quarterback was injured for a number of games, but we're going to start over. I'm not ready to do that.
You know what's crazy? After all this of like Tua, whatever, I think Tyler Huntley last week was maybe the second best game any quarterback has played for the Dolphins this year.
Ooh, really?
Second best game, maybe third.
It was the Browns, right?
Doesn't matter. You play against a team that's in front of you.
Yeah.
You play against a team that's in front. It's not his fault. The same way last year when Tua beat up bad teams and lost to good teams, and everyone was saying you can't choose your schedule. You can only perform against the people that are in front of you. He may have had the best game. I think of Tua against the Pats, and I think of Tua against the Bills the second time. Those are the only two that I might put up there with the Tyler Huntley game of last week. Again, yes, it was the Browns. But we may have found our Nick Foles. I love whoever said that. Whoever said that on Twitter.
You're gonna roll with that.
I'm getting that on a t-shirt.
If they don't make the playoffs, it's not gonna matter.
Oh, no. No, we're not, but that's are we gonna? Ha ha.
Man. We'll see what happens this weekend. The college football, I'm seeing this college football playoff stuff.
Your team
pop up here. Yeah, Orange Bowl next week. Penn State, Notre Dame.
Oh, Notre Dame is fake though, right?
They look fantastic last night against Georgia.
Hold on, what's up with all the conference champs losing?
Oh my God, right? Ohio State, Texas, the other game. Should be interesting.
Ohio State, these are the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So after this is the Natty.
Yeah. Yeah, semifinals next week.
This is a semifinal. Oh, wait,
correct.
what?
Yeah, semifinals. Quarter, semi, final.
We just had the quarters.
Correct.
So we're going into the semis.
Correct.
Then it's the final.
Could be a Penn State, Ohio State matchup for the national championship.
I don't think you'd like that.
I definitely wouldn't like it. Neither would America. Nobody's going to watch that game.
Yeah, of course it is. It's football.
That's true. They will watch. Watch the Nittany Lions get smoked.
Who do you want? All right. We got Snoop. He proved that he knows how to play quarterback, unlike Skyler. I think Skyler kind of soured all of us with like, oh man, all backup court, no, only Tua can play in this offense. Snoop kind of proved, I can play in this offense too. Is he who you're taking next year? Is who you're bringing in next year, or are you going to draft a quarterback?
I think you definitely draft a quarterback. I think you definitely draft a quarterback no matter what. But I think you keep Tyler here because he's getting acclimated and knows the system. You don't want to have to rely on a rookie to come in should Tua get hurt right away and start playing. I think you want somebody who at least knows what's going on.
Who's this Jackson Dart that I keep hearing about?
Jackson Dart? I've heard the name. I've heard
Ole Miss?
Dart, but Ole Miss.
What? Wait.
Eli went to Ole Miss. Maybe it's a thing.
Okay.
I know, right?
Tua went to Alabama. I'm not getting Jalen Milroe.
AJ McCarron. Anyway. That's it. You draft a quarterback, you find somebody. There's a few of them out there who might be available in second, third round or whatever, but
I don't know. Pat Mahomes was drafted in the middle of the first round, right?
That's what
Josh Allen was drafted in the middle of the first round.
That's what I'm saying. You can find somebody you got to at least draft somebody and bring them in. Find somebody that you want to bring in.
Use your first round pick on that?
No. Your first round pick is an offensive lineman.
But that's the thing is it won't be because we know Chris Greer is going to be employed.
It's not going to be a quarterback. If that's the case, then it won't be a quarterback either.
Oh, it's going to be another defensive end?
Maybe. Right. We need another pass rusher.
Oh my God! You know it better not be a corner. That guy sucks at drafting corners. Cam Smith sucks.
It'll be another wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's another thing that they've struggled with, finding wide receivers.
I like Malik Washington, bro.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I don't like them, but these guys, they're not huge impact guys.
I'll tell you, I like Malik Washington enough that if we trade away Tyreek Hill, I'm okay with Malik as our second. Granted, then that puts us in the same pit as we were this year of like we need a third option. But do we? We got Jonnu. We got Devon Achane.
Yeah, I mean, Jonnu, obviously. Like I feel like he's the number 2 option already.
Yeah. No, hold on.
I mean, obviously he plays
to Devon Achane's number 1.
Yeah, right. Probably at this point. No wide receivers leading the wide receiver group this year. But
so let's talk about the Jets real quick.
All right,
they're out their top corner in Sauce. DJ Reed talking this week saying I'm very much looking forward to free agency. So mentally, he's already checked out. This is there let me tell you the reason I'm saying all this.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a reason why we won't win this game. Last time we played the Jets, you perfectly predicted this is going to be Aaron Rodgers' blow-up game.
Yeah.
Because it always is against the Dolphins.
It's
as great as Anthony Weaver's been, everyone's best game is against the Dolphins for some reason. Do you see that happening again?
No. I think that's it. Like we talked about, they're checked out. I don't think that they'll put up a little fight, but I think in the end, the offseason has begun in New York.
Yeah, they're already interviewing head coaches today.
And like Aaron, he's already talking about this potentially being his last game.
Yeah.
You know, like they're done.
Do you know what sucks? I feel like rivalries don't exist anymore.
Well, this is something that they brought up. I forget who I was talking to yesterday, but they were saying like for Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't care about this rivalry.
No.
Like it doesn't matter to him. He's not let's be honest. He's a Packer.
Yeah.
Those rivalries matter to him. Like,
he'd very much rather
throwing the Bears.
Yes.
Like that's his rivalries, not the Dolphins.
A Bears game would still mean a lot more to him than this game.
I think so.
But I just feel like rivalries don't exist anymore.
I think because there's so much turnover.
I think the Dolphins hate the Bills.
Yeah.
But that's just because we can't beat them.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think any Dolphin hates the Jets the way the fans do. We've dog walked them every time we play them with Tua. And it's just what you said. The time of rivalries was when you played with one team, maybe two.
Yeah.
There's so much turnover in this league. I don't think any player hates the Jets on the Dolphins team as much as the fans do.
Agreed.
And conversely, I don't think any Jets player hates the Dolphins as much as their fans hate the Dolphins. So like this whole, it's a rivalry. Yeah, I don't think it matters to the players.
Yeah.
I think the fact that they're checked out is good. And like, that's enough to me to kind of signal this game and throw in the flag.
And that's why I think Rodgers, maybe he throws his 500th touchdown and he's just like,
where's he at right now? 499?
I think he's at 499. And I think he's just like, I'm good.
pull a Cam Ward. Let me get the 5 and call it a night.
Get the number and walk away. Like, why? I don't know. That's it. They don't care. Like, we care about this game more. I shouldn't say more than the players because that's not true. But rivalry-wise, yes, we care more than the players. These rivalries don't matter.
No.
They get checks. They don't care. They'll go, listen, if the Dolphins called Aaron Rodgers tomorrow and were like, we'll give you $50 million, he'd be here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, these players don't care.
Hold on. His options are limited. If the Bears called him with $30 million, he might take it.
I wonder.
He would.
Do you think?
Do you feel?
Do you feel?
Do you feel?
I don't know, man. That would be wild. I think that maybe the Bears, he would say, I don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah, brother. I got good questions sometimes.
That was a good one. Now I'm going to be noodling on this. He wouldn't go there.
He wouldn't go to the Bears?
Nah, I don't think he'd go to the Bears.
If money talks, brother.
It sure does.
30 million is more than I think anyone would pay for.
Yeah, but he doesn't need the money.
Yeah, but how much do you think ayahuasca costs nowadays? The economy, brother.
He's got a guy.
He's got to, yeah, but he's still got to pay your ayahuasca guy.
Nah, not if you're pumping it up. Then this guy's making his money off other people.
Hey, I'm putting it on Netflix. You give me free ayahuasca for life, I'll put you on Netflix.
Yeah, we'll be good. Everybody, you'll be their guy.
You think, God, Jordan Poyer being on that, really, I don't like him.
He's a plant.
I don't like Jordan Poyer. I'm not happy with him. I think as many good things as Chris Greer did of signing this offseason, that's the wrong one.
Coming in here talking about they thought the Dolphins were soft when he was in Buffalo.
I mean, it wasn't wrong.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't done much to help.
But he hasn't helped it either.
That's what I'm
absolutely right.
saying.
Missing tackles.
Ugh. Getting burnt on some touchdowns.
Oh my God. No, Jordan Poyer's an op. He's an op. He's not on our team ever. You ever how much time do we have before we got to go to
We're
break?
already late.
Okay. All right. I got to, because
Go ahead.
you know how Joe Burrow has 40 touchdowns this year?
He's a monster this year.
Will Tua
Their
ever
team
be a
stinks.
40 touchdown quarterback?
Ooh. No, I don't think so.
Because I love Tua and I love what he and McDaniel do, but I saw the stat last whatever was the last primetime game that I was watching is like 44 touchdowns.
Yeah. No, I mean, look at last
Tua's
year.
never gonna be a 40 touchdown guy.
Look at last year. 20 of them went to Raheem.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, if they have the chance, they're going to hand it off.
He had
They're
the
gonna do
explosive year last year. He only
Yeah.
ended with 29. He didn't even have
Right.
30 touchdowns.
something. Right. Passed for a monster amount of yards, but in the end, they were handing the ball off to Raheem and
I don't know.
Achan.
Like Josh Allen, what? Does he have 60 touchdowns this year?
He also rushes touchdowns, though.
60.
That's it, man.
Like that's where in my head it's like
Tua's not going to give you those
Prodigal.
rushing
He'll
touchdowns.
get 40 concussions before he gets 40 touchdowns. That's great.
Ooh.
That's great. That's mean, but that's great.
That's
that to me is
that's Tua true.
that to me is the great number. I'm not going to brush that over. That was great. That's where I sit here and I'm like, yeah, I'll trade the house for a Cam Ward because I need a quarterback who will get that much. In this league, I think you need it.
Yeah, you need the passing touchdowns. That's why everybody loves Justin Herbert. His team
He's
can't
all
do it.
stats. He's all
His
box
team
score.
can't do anything, but he throws for a bunch of touchdowns. Everybody's like, oh, he's so good. They haven't won anything.
He's the definition of like he's the face of those box score
Yes.
analysts
Right.
that don't watch film. All those guys that love Justin Herbert are all box score fans.
Exactly.
Because he's not a great quarterback.
They see all those numbers. They're like, man, look at this guy. And you watch him play, and you're like, there's no wonder they're not making the playoffs.
Oh, I want a quarterback like that. Give me Drew Aller. But he's going back to college next year?
I think so.
Tell him to graduate.
Yeah. Because their backup just left during the signing period. Yeah. A kid grew up a Penn State fan, was like diehard Penn State.
The
but-
backup?
Yeah.
That left?
But he got an offer. He got an offer and took off. Before the playoff, no less.
That's like the Cal quarterback
Ugh.
that grew up a Canes fan.
Yeah.
His dad went to the U and he didn't get an offer,
And
I
I
guess.
love they go out there and they're like, oh, I'll always be a Nittany Lion. No, you won't. You're going
No.
somewhere else, bro. Bye.
You're gonna go be a Florida Atlantic Owl. What are you talking about? A Nittany
Who?
Lion? Who? Hell yeah.
I did it again.
That was good. Do you think their thing is like who dat? Like
It
instead of
should be.
WH, brother, we're good. We're good at what we do. Don't let anyone tell us otherwise.
That's Luis Diaz. I'm Will Altoff. On the other side, we're going to hear from Chris Perkins. We talked to him a little earlier from the Sun Sentinel. Game happening Sunday. Dolphins in New Jersey. They're not in New York. They're in New Jersey to take on the Jets. Football Fridays.
Yeah.
Let me go check and see how that interview starts. I think about octopus. I've been getting killed recently.
Ooh,
Stupid
octopi. All right. So we're gonna replay the Chris Perkins interview on the radio and on like the iHeart app. So if you're listening to the show for the content, appreciate you. But you want to listen to us talk to Chris Perkins. It's a pretty good interview. He talks about, I asked him for like some anonymous shit in the locker room, and he was able to give us the tea. So if you want to learn about the ins and outs of the Dolphins locker room, you can listen on the iHeart app. You can listen on radio, 940 AM, or if you got HD radio, The Beat, 103.5 The Beat, HD2. That's the HD2. But I'm going to be here during that interview. And so if you don't want to listen to that interview, and you want to just keep talking shit with me, we're off the air. Yeah. So we talk shit all we want. And bueno, mira, I got a bet. I need to win my bet. I need to win a fucking bet, guys. I'm fucking poor. I need to win a fucking bet. I need to win a bet. So here, I'll tell you what I got so far. I got three legs to the bet that are buenísimo. Buenísimo. Tú sabes. Let me open up the Hard Rock Bet app. If you got locks, can you let me know? And I'm going to deem them worthy. I might not put my money on them yet. But if you got like a lock for this NFL, I don't bet on other things because I'm not a bitch, you know? I also don't win when I bet on the NFL because I am a bitch. So what are you going to do? And so if you've got any sports betting locks, put them in the chat. Let's make some money together. Let's make some money together. Who's stopping us, you know? Binga. It's not letting me log in. Log in, motherfucker. Cojones. Ay, carajo. It's not letting me. Oh, because I'm on a fucking got it. I got it now. Now I got it. Steelers over Bengals. I like that. Yeah, because everyone's picking the fucking Bengals like that's for sure gonna win. No, fuck them. Fuck them. All right, we're in. It's because I was on a. Yeah, I got it. I'm on the app now. All right. If you're just tuning in, this is a weekly show that we do on the radio, 9:40 a.m. in Miami, Fox Sports Orlando. In Orlando, I don't know the numbers in Orlando of the radio, but it's also on the iHeart app. But también we do it here because I like talking shit during the commercials. So I do this. This is for me. This is where like I watch Pat McAfee. He can curse on ESPN. That's fucking crazy. I can't curse here, so I can be a little more honest. So if you have any questions that you want me to get uncensored with, this is also where to do it when we're on commercial break. We're on commercial break. All right. Fuck, man. My Wi-Fi. Am I not on the should be on the company Wi-Fi. Why it sucks is beyond me. Oh, because I'm on guest. I gotta be on iHeart. Not iHeart guest. I'm not guest. I work here for now. Ooh. Lions to beat the Vikings. I'm scared to bet on that game. I'm scared to bet on that game. That's a rough one. Keaton Mitchell touchdown. I like that you put a question mark too, because you're not sold. I don't know. Anytime touchdowns, those are the ones that end up biting me in the ass. Let me see my. Fuck. All right. Now I'm on the Wi-Fi. Chris Greer Singao. Yeah. Hey Jeff, that's the best sports reporting I've heard all year. Yeah. Jeff, great job. If they rest Henry, that's the thing is, are they going to rest Henry? Keaton Mitchell, that's a good one. Chiefs to beat the Broncos. I'm not putting money on that. As for locks.
Wow, Chiefs to beat the Broncos. That's nuts.
As for locks, and that's what I got.
Yeah, Drew Lock.
That's
Giants are going
to lose. The signs. Oh man. There it is.
Oh, man.
All right, now we're on. Are they? By the way, Prada, are they resting Henry? Is that a thing? Because if that's a thing, then that's gonna cash. But they're playing because they're playing just as hard. What else we got? Well, how about the Ravens getting their first Pro Bowl receiver ever? That's
Really?
wild. Yeah,
First ever?
first ever.
Huh.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's pretty wild.
But then I was like thinking, like, who were the great receivers that they had? I couldn't come up with money.
They had Anquan Bolden for a minute.
Isn't that the end of his career, Anquan Bolden?
But okay.
It wasn't 49ers Bolden.
For Cardinals Bolden. Hushmanzada, but that was after he was good at the Bengals. Derek.
The Panthers, with Bryce Young playing well, they're 8-point underdogs to the Falcons, who suck. That's crazy to me.
Oh, but Penix, he's changed things in Atlanta.
But he sucked.
They're playing a little better. I mean, Kirk Cousins was terrible.
Yeah, but I saw the Falcons. He didn't do anything great. Did they even? I think they lost. I don't know.
Did they lose?
All right, well, I'm gonna take. I gotta make money. I gotta make money here. Keaton Mitchell, anytime touchdown. I just looked it up. Plus 210. So it's not the most impossible.
I like that.
No, don't. They're not going to rest Derrick Henry. They're playing too much. They're playing for the division.
Oh, right. Yeah. Are they?
Yes, it's against the Browns, but they're still playing for the division.
Oh,
20-point dogs. They are a 20-point favorite over the Browns. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. The Browns are awful.
We beat them by 20, 17? We beat them 20-3, right?
And it's the Ravens.
And the Ravens are
It's a
actually
rivalry
good.
game. The Ravens are the Browns.
Yeah.
The what?
They're the original Browns.
Yeah.
We spoke about this.
Yeah.
You taught me that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their Super Bowl.
So Paul Warfield, wouldn't that count as a Ravens Pro
No,
Bowler?
he was a Brown.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because remember, they
have
have to
the
keep their
lineage.
history. They
Browns
got to keep the
the
history.
lineage.
So the team got taken away, and technically, they are an expansion team without actually being an expansion. In other words, they don't have an expansion draft. They just plucked them out of there, stuck them here. Your history stays here. You're a brand new.
You're a brand new team with all the coincidentally, all the same players.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm trying to if you're just tuning in, we're still trying to talk locks. Proud of the bodybuilder swears that Keaton Mitchell is going to be an anytime touchdown. Chris says Lions to beat the Vikings. That game is.
Ooh, that's gonna be a fantastic game.
I can't touch that game for money. I can't touch
in
it.
Detroit.
I can't touch that
What's
one.
that?
It is
That's the
8:20.
late
That's the
game.
last game of the year.
Yeah.
That's the best game of the year.
It's gonna be really good.
God, could you imagine that DC for Minnesota? What he would be like as a head coach? That'd be crazy.
You're such a nerd.
Why'd
we
you-
just do this segment?
Why nerd? Why'd you have to say nerd? Ugh.
Ooh,
What?
Aaron
What?
Rodgers. Passing touchdowns over 1.5 plus 145, under 1.5, 185. I feel like if he gets a touchdown, that's it. He's done anyway.
Tyler Huntley plus 240 anytime touchdown. And he likes to run it. I'm adding that. Fuck it. They put him at 185. I gotta slam that over, huh?
Yeah, right.
We're not running that much.
I'm looking at
Damn, I got Tyler Huntley twice.
over half a pick is plus 110. I'm looking at that.
He didn't throw any picks last week. He didn't throw any picks.
Plus 240. Oh, John's plus 260.
For a touchdown?
Yeah. Take it out.
Can't do 2 anytime touchdowns, can I?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Twice. It's easy.
Just hit it twice.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to touch the Eagles game because they already said that they're benching people. Houston, an underdog against the Titans? I don't. You can't hear.
Can they move, or are they locked in their position?
You can't hear me, or no? You can hear me now. We were just being very quiet.
Maybe they're locked in their position.
We're being very quiet, Shani. Sorry, Shani. I was too quiet. It's not that you couldn't hear. It's that we were being too quiet. Focus on our bets. What were you saying?
Can their position change?
Who?
The Texans. Or are they locked in their spot? So they're just like, yeah, whatever. We're not. Are they playing anybody?
I don't know. See, you ask good questions.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to lose my octopus anyway.
My octopus already has such long bets. I know I'm going to lose.
I have 6 bets in, and it's $5 to pay $6.06 at the moment. I haven't even locked in all 8.
I'm at $2 for $200.
Still got 8 minutes. Nice.
Yo, fuck it. Give me Quinn Ewers.
Why?
I don't know.
No.
Fuck it. Give me Jackson Dart.
Dart.
Is it McCord coming out? Syracuse?
Is he good? I don't want anyone from Syracuse. They ruined the Kane season. Fuck Syracuse. I don't want to give any of them my money.
You just threw 5 touchdowns in a bullet. Well, Syracuse fucking strong.
Yeah.
They won like 51 or something.
Who'd they play? FIU?
No. They literally just won.
Hey!
Aronde and his son were at Twin Peaks last night.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Am I doing Twin Peaks on Thursday?
Next Thursday?
Yeah.
What do I know?
It has me on the schedule. Yeah.
Who would bet?
I thought that was weird.
Yeah. I imagine he's been good.
I have to look up the
Yeah.
Texans.
I thought it was odd, but he has me there on the schedule.
I'll ask Jeff.
Oh, you thinking it's me doing Jeff's part, not me doing his thing?
Yeah, no, because I'm going out.
Oh, okay. So then, So then, we'll do Jeff. Oh, yeah. So
Jeff.
yeah. Why am I in?
Right.
That's weird. It also got me doing Claudia's shift on Friday with him. Reach out to Claudia to find out if that's for real.
Oh, I may actually not do Thursday if I get tickets to the Orange Bowl.
Oh, maybe he's thinking that.
Maybe.
And then, okay. Why don't you get a press pass?
I'm thinking, well, if I can get 2 tickets, I'll get the tickets.
Because you're freaking iHeartRadio local. Like, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
This isn't F1. This is fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
So potentially, I may not do it on Thursday, which means I might ask you to do
Juice going to be there?
No.
I was going to say, Juice.
He's already said that he's not.
Yeah. I mean, how could he?
So it's in Hollywood next week.
Okay. Oh, wait. Hollywood.
Downtown.
Downtown Hollywood.
Downtown.
There's a Twin Peaks in there.
Dad,
My nephew told me about that.
That's not the
spot.
negativity
Okay.
I need.
Yeah. All right. I haven't been to that one.
I'm going to win one of these.
So
I was going back. All right.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this octopus that's not looking good for me. Just off the odds, it's not looking good. But then I'm at 6 and I can't go in.
I like this. I may do a $10 bet here to win $1,600 or $1,600. And this all looks realistic to me. Maybe I'll do $5. $5's probably enough.
My thing is like I'm looking at $1. I bet $1. I bet $2, and like it's like I'm literally doubling the win. It's like let's do $1, $2. Come on.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, $5, $8, whatever. This is a good one. $5. Win $840.
Can you guys not hear me when I'm talking right now and I'm pointing at the camera? Can you guys not hear me? It's the second one that says I can't hear. I hear it. Fuck it. I unmuted it.
Maybe their speakers are off.
I unmuted for a second. If I get it. All right. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I'm not gonna bet right now. I'm going to hold on to it because I know I'm gonna get a same game parlay boost on it.
Ooh, there you go.
And so, but then the odds might not be the same. Fuck it. I'll bet it now. Who gives a shit? What's $1? There, done. And then I'm gonna bet all the favorites, so I can see like the Baltimore Ravens that are minus 2,500, betting them.
I might have them in my parlay.
The Bucks that are minus 1,100, betting them.
Right?
The Packers that are minus 550, betting them.
I always think that works too. Last week,
It didn't work. The Commanders minus 300, betting it. Bro, the Broncos are minus 575. I can't bet on that one though, because that one hurts my heart. It hurts my heart too much. All right. And then let me just do some fucking bullshit here, like this. Player props, Jahmyr Gibbs, anytime touchdown, minus 350. Receiving, Amon-Ra to get 50. Boom and boom. There. This is the $2 all favorites bet to win $8. But look at me. We are winning a fucking
I want to
octopus
win
this
one
year.
of these. Come on.
We are winning a goddamn octopus this year. That's it. It's $3 worth of betting. Oh my god. I love my dad's name on Instagram, Luis Diaz, the influencer. He's a math teacher.
That's your dad's
That's
name? That's amazing.
Oh man. That's my dad. Influencer.
How many followers?
18.
He's influencing 18 people.
18 people.
More than you?
No, 17 then. Because he'll do things that won't influence me to do them.
Right. Well, that's still influencing.
No, but it doesn't influence me to not do it either.
It's like Rush said. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
But that's what I'm saying is it doesn't sway me in either way. He doesn't influence me positively or negatively. He keeps me neutral. Yeah, because the Steelers have shit to play for too. I don't know why everyone's calling them.
Right.
Everyone's kind of called this game for the Bengals already, and it's like the Steelers. Steelers are trying to win.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Are we coming back, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to break.
Dale. Oh, I better fucking win this layup octopus. If I win the the hard octopus, and not the layup one,
that's how it's going to go.
Love you, Ray.
Oh yeah, we're super late here. Supposed to be out of the segment at 27. It's 39. Woo. Chris Perkins from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Appreciate him joining us. On the other side, me and Lewis are going to give you our Octopi. This is Football Fridays.
That's it. That's it.
Lewis wasn't expecting it. Or not Lewis,
Carlos.
Carlos. He was like, hey, what?
All about speed. Oh, man. All right. I love the... Yeah. I don't know why I put so much money on Tyler Huntley, but I did. And I like it.
OPM.
Be bad if he sucks.
Nice.
All right, what's up? What's up? What's up, guys? We're still live. We're still live here. We're doing the thing.
They're getting ready to give you some terrible bets.
Brother, I've got a layup bet, and if this 8-legger doesn't hit, I'm not giving up, obviously, but I'm gonna think about it.
I had a couple, yeah.
Bro, I did a 3-legger just to like how let me just get a win. No Jalen Hurts. I thought the easiest one was going to be the Saquon Barkley 1 touchdown. I didn't get it. I got the Eagles winning. I got James Cook touchdown.
Yeah, I think I had
didn't
Saquon too last week, or maybe I had Hurts. But right, yeah, AJ Brown killing it. Devontae Smith, where's he been all year?
I did another 3-part bet. Missed one leg where I got the Chargers with the spread, Jamar Chase over 80, and then I wanted Joey Bosa for half a sack. Didn't even fucking get that.
I got a problem with basketball. That's where I just like all day with the basketball.
Then my octopus last week, I lost the anytime touchdown from Saquon, and then Josh Allen isn't throwing for a lot of yards.
No,
Josh Allen is not leading the league in passing yards, but he's getting his team into the fucking end zone and winning. But I put him at 216 over, and he didn't. He got like 180. El Caballo was right. Fuck Jeff about what? What was El Caballo right about? What was El Caballo right about? Because this is the shit. This is the shit. Because Caballo is one of those guys like Miami Got Jokes that says Tua's a bad quarterback. That's the shit that gets me mad. That's tell me he's not the guy for his availability reasons. Sure. Fucking, I can't argue that. But Caballo is just like Miami Got Jokes where he thinks that he's a bad quarterback. That's not a smart take. That's someone that just wants to be funny. I want to be funny, but I also like being right. Oh, cocaine. Yeah, he was right about cocaine. Cocaine's good. From what I hear. From what I hear, people like it. Oh, no, Tua's a good QB. Tua is a good QB, Jeff. He's just never available, which in this world of hypotheticals, yeah, he's a fucking Super Bowl champ. But, yeah, in this real world, he's not playing, which I get it. If you hate Tua for his availability, I do too.
The best ability is availability.
Availability. But don't say that Tua's not a good quarterback.
Right. I agree.
And look, this is coming from a guy, I want to move on from him because it just hurts more when he's not in the game.
We're back here on Football Fridays. We'll all talk with Luis Diaz.
Appreciate you checking in. Fox Sports 940 here in Miami. Fox Sports Radio Orlando in Orlando.
I thought you were going to say Poughkeepsie. Oh, man, you got me good there.
I'm looking at one of my octopi from last week. My layup octopi. The Giants beat the Colts. That burned me. I had everything else.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right? Like, that's the game that burned me last week.
That's crazy that happened. I get it.
I was watching that game during the Dolphins pregame show last week, and we were all just, like, blown away at how well Drew Lock was playing. So.
Beautiful. I loved it. My octopus last week, I thought the lock of all locks. Like, I put all these things in, and I believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, if one of them hits, it's going to be this one with Jalen Hurts not playing. I put the Saquon anytime touchdown. That didn't hit.
Right?
He didn't find the end zone.
Yeah,
end zone. And then I put Josh Allen over 216. Look, man, as MVP, the guy's not throwing for 216 yards against the Jets. Get him out of here.
Yeah, I had Saquon last week, plus 65 rushing or 65 plus rushing yards. Also had the anytime touchdown, which he did not get. But I had a couple other ones that really messed the bet on that one last week.
All right, I got 2 octopi this week.
Okay.
One is a long shot one, and then one is kind of like what you did, a layup one.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Watch out for those layups.
The layup one, I bet $1, and I'm getting $4 back if I win.
It's amazing.
It's Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown.
Okay.
Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson to each get at least 50 yards.
Okay.
I went low on the.
You go as low as you can.
Yeah. I got the Bucks to win. They're minus 1,100. I got the Packers to win. They're minus 550. I got the Chargers to win, minus 210. I got the Ravens to win, minus 2,500. And the Commanders to win, minus 300. The only other big gap that I didn't put money on was the Broncos to win, because I don't want to. I don't want to make money on that. I don't want to. And then I've got the long shot one. Ready? This one is bet $2, win almost 1,000.
Ooh. Okay.
Tyler Huntley, anytime touchdown.
Okay.
Jonnu Smith, you talked me into it. Anytime touchdown.
That's a lock.
Tyler Huntley over 185 yards. You got to get over 185 passing yards. It's the NFL. Even Josh Allen got 186 last week.
Yeah, probably.
Don't give me that face. Come on. I need faith and belief. Steelers to win. Bucks to win, which is still a layup, but I wanted. You
got to take it. You got to put it
get
in there. You got to put something in there.
Commanders to win. Panthers to win, and they're playing the Falcons. Somehow they're the underdog. The Panthers. I put the money on them.
Falcons are fighting for the playoffs.
And then I got the Ravens minus 20. I laid the points. That to me might be the biggest risk, but I think they win by 20 or 21.
20 is wild. Well, good luck.
You said the Falcons are fighting for a playoff spot?
I'm pretty sure,
but they suck.
Yeah,
I should have known this before.
But I think they and the Buccaneers, they both got a chance to. Let's see, NFC South right now. Buccaneers 9-7, Falcons 8-8.
I should have
looked these things up.
Yeah, but the Panthers are better, and they're going to win.
Panthers are 4-12 in that division.
Shut up!
No, that's a good one.
No, it's not. But whatever. I got the layup one.
That's it. The layup one. Let's count on that.
Hard Rock should do a thing where if of those 2 bets, 8 win, you give me my money back.
There you go. Right? A little round robin thing.
Give me $3 back, please.
All right. So this is the only one I've got right now. It's a $5 to win 840. It's plus 16,723.
Okay.
I got a Najee Harris and a Jamar Chase touchdown.
Okay.
Each of them score in that Bengals Steelers game. I got the Chiefs covering the 10.5.
Ooh, I love that. That's a smart bet.
Yeah, man. They lose by 10. Boom, I win.
Yeah.
I also got a Javonte Williams Broncos touchdown in that game.
Don't love that.
I don't. For Dolphins things, I don't like that either. But
hey, we don't want the Broncos to get shut out. Yeah, give them
got to score something.
Give them the touchdown.
I got the Ravens to win minus 2,500.
You have to.
That's a lock. I got a Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown for the Falcons. He scored like 3 last week.
Oh,
they hand it off to him constantly.
Yeah, because they don't want to give the ball to Michael Penix.
Yeah, he's gonna cough it up. I got a Baker Mayfield over 1.5 touchdowns.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the picks one there.
No, I think the picks burned me last week.
Nice. Good.
So I'll take hopefully 2 touchdowns from him. And I got Jonnu anytime touchdown.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Got the OT winner last time against the Jets.
Come on, let's go.
I'm with that.
We got to win these things.
Brother, I'm telling you, if I don't win that layup one, I'm gonna be fuming.
I'm telling you, man, I was watching that Giants-Colts game last week during the pregame show, and I didn't say anything to anybody else in the room because I didn't want. We were watching the game, and I was just watching Drew Lock just dealing.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what?
Could you imagine
This team
him?
Stinks.
Could you imagine him with like a good running back? Like who could the Giants have had? Like Saquon Barkley.
Oh, could you
someone
imagine
like
if
that?
he signed with the Giants?
Could you imagine? Like I know
That
he's a
would've
free
been wild.
agent this year.
Right.
Imagine if he signed with the Giants.
Yeah, if he chose the Giants over all the other options.
That'd have been crazy. No, but he chose the Eagles. I forget who he was with last time.
Yeah, the Eagles. Like, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Like, if you have the option to be on the best team in that,
you can both go
the division, right? The division,
the best team.
Yeah, the best team in that division. I mean, the Giants are terrible. You wouldn't want to play for the Giants, right?
No, it's smart.
Could you imagine if he did go there, though?
Dude, that's crazy. Imagine him and even better, him and Daniel Jones.
Right? Malik Neighbors.
Could you Wan'Dale Robinson, baby?
What an amazing offense they could have had.
That's a Dolphins
They
versus
should.
Broncos
You know what they
offense.
should have done? They should have gone all in for Saquon Barkley in the offseason.
They should have.
Where
was the money put that they can't pay?
Yeah, what happened?
Saquon.
Like $40 million went.
I guess they just lost it in the books. Because it's not on
I don't
the
know
books
exactly.
right now.
Right. There's not paying anybody that $40 million at the moment.
No one on the active roster getting 40 mil right now.
I'm not wishing you actual physical death, but I'm hoping tonight when you put your kids to sleep, you stump your pinky toe.
We should mention that Carlos is a Giants fan.
Carlos, our producer.
Yeah, he's a Giants fan. So,
Man, Carlos, if you're gonna say mean things, you got to cut your mic on so the audience at home can listen to
I
it.
think he did. I'm watching him. Yeah. He's putting it on.
Oh, good. So this is not just talk.
No, I think he's
That's
telling
what I like to
everybody
hear.
that he hates us.
Hell yeah, I love you, Carlos.
On the other side, I think we feel.
Do you feel?
You feel?
I feel.
I feel.
Do you feel?
Walter Merca Dolphins.
Oh,
how was that? Was that good?
That was not good, but it was better. It's better than the first time we did it.
After this on Football Fridays.
From the Anachar and Levine Accident Attorneys Traffic Center.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Delays on the Dolphin. If you're traveling eastbound, look out for a crash right at the Palmetto. Your left lane blocked. We also have another left express lane blocked off, 95 southbound after 79th. I'm Christina Melendez, and that's traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national subscription ever. A great alternative to
exactly
your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com.
No, Jets, Mets. Right. Well, technically nobody's an Islanders fan except for Islanders.
Catching and cooking your own. Listen to the Weekly Fisherman Radio Show hosted by Eric Brandon and Joe Hector. They'll teach you where to get on the fish, teach you how to catch the fish, and
Yankees, Bronx, Giants, Bronx. Mets and Jets are both Queens. Mets and Jets are both Queens. Yeah. Mets and Jets are both Queens.
Oh. I've heard the opposite, and I've seen the opposite more in my life.
Really?
But again, I'm in Miami, so maybe the Miami New Yorkers are different. But in Miami,
You're way younger.
I'm sure I've got a New Yorker on here. The Mets fans are usually Giants. New York Mets baseball, usually New York Giants fans, football.
No.
And the Jets and the Yankees
No.
converge.
That's not right.
Brother, I'm fucking Ronnie.
Those people are liars.
Call Ronnie right now.
Call Ronnie.
Ronnie.
I don't know who Ronnie is.
Ronnie G.
Interesting.
What's up, big brother?
Ronnie, I got 2 seconds, so I got a question.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm trying to settle a bet. You're from New York to prove your credentials? Perfect. Mets and Giants go together. Jets and Yankees go together, right?
No, a complete
Fuck! Fuck, bro!
Yeah, Yankees, Giants, Rangers, Mets, Jets, Islanders.
Ah.
That is correct.
Hey, bye. Goodbye. Motherfucker. He was one of the guys that told me I was right.
Totally wrong.
He was one of the fucking guys that told me I was right. Now he's telling me I'm wrong? Look, Alex D says, I grew up in New York. I'm a Mets fan and a Giants fan. So on Instagram, I'm winning.
He's a liar.
Alex D is not a liar. Don't call Alex D a liar. Alex D speaks the truth.
Well, maybe somebody's body snatched that person. Imposter.
All the Giants and Dodgers fans became Mets fans. What do you say?
Fraud. Imposter.
No, man.
What do we got here? We got like 4 minutes.
Metcalfins.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're back here on Football Fridays. Final segment this week. We'll all top Luis Diaz. Talking Fins Dolphins.
Fins Dolphins, I said. Jets Dolphins.
No, this is the only team playing on the field. Is the Fins and the Dolphins.
Fins and the Dolphins.
Those are the only teams.
It's Mets, Jets, Islanders, Yankees, Giants, Rangers. We've had this discussion off air about New York allegiances.
They have 2 hockey teams too.
They do. They got one out on the island and one downtown.
And Buffalo.
And Buffalo.
Islanders and Rangers, but the Rangers are the good one. What about basketball team? Because they have the Knicks and the Nets.
We were all Knicks fans. when the
Yeah,
Nets
everybody's
moved
a
out of
Knicks
New York
fan,
to,
right?
Jersey.
Everyone's a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Because the Nets are New Jersey's team.
Oh, the New Jersey.
Even they're in Brooklyn.
Aren't they
There's
the Brooklyn Nets now?
Yeah, but they were from New Jersey. They're
Guys,
always
they
gonna
were
be
the
New
Jersey
Yeah,
Nets.
they're always going to be.
All
New
right, all
Jersey.
right, all right, all right.
Anyway,
At least they can all agree on one team. That sucks.
hit that music. Did you feel this?
I feel.
Ah, oh, Walter.
I
Walter, what do you feel?
I feel. Where is the mira? David Furones,
Yeah.
of the Miami Herald.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, Sun Sentinel, I think. Sun Sentinel, see, Sun Sentinel. David Furones of the Sun Sentinel tweeted out, X'd out, the Dolphins have not had a defensive or special teams touchdown all year. I feel that our defense sucks at getting takeaways, so it's not going to be them. But I also feel Malik Washington is going to have a return touchdown this week.
Interesting. He's made some big plays.
I feel Malik Washington will return touchdown. That's what I feel.
I like that. We could use some special teams, some defensive touchdowns.
I could use some of it a little bit today and tomorrow and yesterday too. Pero that's what I feel. I feel that. He's been so close. He's been so close. Also, Tyreek Hill was returning punts last week.
Wild.
It might even come from him, but I feel from Malik.
That'd be interesting if Tyreek got it. Yeah, I mean, they're throwing it back
It will
there.
count. Hey, by
Why
the way,
not?
I count that.
Yeah.
I count that.
100%.
I count
If
that
they
as
score
correct.
special teams touchdown, it doesn't matter. If Braxton Berrios comes back from his injury and scores it, I'm taking that.
I count that.
That counts.
Do you feel?
I feel.
What do you feel?
I feel.
¿Cuál te marca Dolphins?
I feel the Dolphins.
Sí.
Los Dolphins.
Sí.
In New Jersey.
Dímelo.
They put 24 points on the board.
How many do the Jets put up?
The Jets, they put up 10.
10. Do you feel?
10. They put up 10.
Do you feel two different touchdowns
Yes,
to be the
they-
dividers?
They get 10. 10 points. And in the end, the Broncos win.
Mother, nope.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. Because the Chiefs are playing nobody.
Do you feel like that one's going to be close?
I don't know. I don't think it is.
Brother, I feel, mira, I'm in touch with all the supernatural powers.
Yeah.
That means I'm very well aware that we have been very much involved with the Chiefs season. Therefore, I know that we have a little more juice for the Chiefs.
You know what I also feel?
What do you feel?
I feel we'd be back next Friday.
Do you feel that?
I feel like we'd be back next Friday.
I don't even know if I feel that.
I think win or lose,
we have to be
we back.
Ah, okay. Nice.
We are back.
We're not fired just yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Football's still happening.
I love that.
That's Luis Diaz. I'm Will Altoff. We appreciate you joining us.
Thanks,
Fins up, right?
All the way up. I popped a Viagra this morning. My fins are all the way up. In a couple hours, I might have to call a doctor, but yeah.
Appreciate Chris Perkins from the Sun Sentinel joining us and Carlos Picari on the other side helping us out today. Lewis, enjoy the games this weekend. Let's go. Fins up, bro.
Fins up, brother.
This is Football Fridays.
The Miami Dolphins play here.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think the Broncos.
Yeah, they can't not win.
I think they're going to win. I think in the end, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, but for that, if that's the outcome, I'd rather us lose. That way at least we're under 500.
Well, right,
and we can maybe get some change.
Yeah, that's right. Because if they win and they still don't make the playoffs, and they go, "Hey, look, we did our part.
We went 9-8.
We did great.
9-8 took us to the playoffs last
season.
week. You know,
another winning season. Like, what do you expect? We tried.
I hate it.
Yeah. Oh man. He was tased. I didn't plug any of my stuff in today. Oh, so
You mean?
I like to juice up all my electronics
Well,
on here.
Nice. Yeah, he's there. Yeah, I love it.
I used to work. Oh, did you ever work with Michael Solar in traffic?
Solar power?
Yeah. You know, he would only shit at work because he wanted to shit on company time.
That's perfect.
How insane is that?
That's perfect and that's awesome. That's I kind of feel bad that I don't live my life like that.
Oh my god.
Are you heading out or you gotta stay and do shit?
No, I got a couple of things I gotta do. Get ready for Sunday.
So I'm back on cruises.
Oh. Okay.
And I didn't do the math properly. I thought the season would be over. And I'm on one Saturday.
Next Saturday?
Yeah, so we'll know Sunday what the playoffs look like. So if it's a season recap or if we're getting ready for the playoffs.
Right.
Do you want me? Because I can come in a couple times next week. Because I know sitting down and pre-recording
Right.
is a lot, but I can come in a couple times next week, maybe even Friday morning, and we could kind of like how you did, like how you've done like the pregame show before,
Right.
and we could attack it a little bit at a time, or we can do the cruise Wi-Fi and see how that works out and just do it live. Because there I won't have remember I had the kids running around and shit,
Right.
and everyone was on the Wi-Fi at home.
Let's see what happens this weekend. Let's figure it out.
If we're in the playoffs, we're doing it live.
Yeah, I don't know. I just at the moment I can't wrap my brain around it.
Yeah. We just did a whole show. We're a little fried.
So
Julian tomorrow game?
Yes. 10:30 a.m.
Okay. And I'm 12/7 Coyote.
Why? So I imagine yes.
Okay. All right.
Cool. And then Sunday 2:25. Spend their live pregame. No fantasy picks.
Right. Well, no, 12 o'clock is just regular.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna do how we. It's gonna be back on Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're back on Wednesday. So. Oh, and we're getting food.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm thinking I'm going to put the options out there: pizza, tacos, or like pub subs. Get like a platter of pub subs.